Hey, man. I ain't looking for a lot of people to come up in here, but it's your boy, Crush the Legend, the Master Ceremony, greatest man alive. Listen, man, I just want to say Happy New Year's to the boxing community, man. Shout out to the boxing community, all the content creators, all the fam. Hey, Happy New Year's to everybody, man. We had a fun year as far as I'm concerned with the boxing community. So shout out to everybody um who are content creators that I tune into and they tune into myself. So shout out, Happy New Year's to my brother BBO. Um Happy New Year's to the family, the winning team TWT. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's to Jets Boxing Talk. Happy New Year's to the JBT. Also, Happy New Year's to Upper Echelon, Key Alexander, and the Anger Management crew. Happy New Year's to the mob. Uh, Happy New Year's to the LDBC. Um, Happy New Year's KO Boxing. Happy New Year's to the best fight caller in the world, KQ, KC. Happy New Year's Smoke Section, Popular Ish, James. Happy New Year to my man, Bodywork. Happy New Year to my man, the ESPN of YouTube. And that's my man, Southern T. Happy New Year's to my sis, Quee. You want to break from boxing? Check out on Thursday. Happy New Year's to Ashley's Corner. Happy New Year's to Two Cent. Happy New Year's to Cash Sports. Happy New Year's to my man Just Do. Happy New Year's to J Hardcore. Happy New Year's to the whole entire boxing community. This is my shout out to all the content creators, man, that's supporting the sport of boxing, and hopefully we get a better 2025 than we had in 2024. So everybody's doing their recaps, and it's gonna be a lot of recaps in 2024 going on. But overall, for myself, boxing been cool. I gave it a B overall. You know, there was a couple of disappointments, couple of things that could have took place. D1 also, Happy New Year's to the angry white men, my bros. Happy New Year's, man. I'm at work, bro. I'm on the clock. So I said, man, let me just come on and just give the boxing community a Happy New Year's, man, because I got to give you, I got to give them, I got to give us our flowers, because this sport does not exist without us. We are the true home base. We keep these fighters and their careers alive, and we all do an awesome job at it. So I appreciate all the damn headaches I got all year, you know, with the usual suspects. Shout out to Tay Tay. Happy New Year's to the Queen of New York State and New York City, and the Queen of MMA. So I really appreciate the boxing community. You know, if I could show my appreciation some other way, I would, but this is the best way I can. So take it or leave it, man. You know, so hopefully y'all bringing in New Year's good. No matter if you at home or if you on the clock like myself, I'm gonna get this money, man. You know, I get to enjoy the rest of the New Year's when I get off work. So I'll party a little something then, you know, but I really appreciate it. So yeah, let me see. One of my best moments, far as I'm concerned, and I'm not even talking about the fights. I'm talking about just on the panel, some of the live, some of the debates that took place, man. It's a whole lot this year that took place just on YT in the boxing community, man. That is some memories that I would never forget, man. Yeah, so shout out to everybody, man. But we gonna get some good fights. We got a good start to 2025, so I'm big on it. David and David, the fight that we talking about right now, that's happening in the first quarter. Uh, I think in the first quarter, and Shakur's in the first quarter. So I can't wait for that. I can't wait for 2025, and we're gonna see what happens. I'm not looking for too much. I'm not gonna ask for too much because me, just as a fan, it ain't too much I can ask for because I know I'm not gonna get it. You know what I mean? So I just throw it out there, and then if I wind up getting something that I like, cool. And then if I don't, most likely I'm gonna still like it because I like and I love boxing and I like watching these guys do their thing. So yeah, I ain't gonna make this a long one. I'll be up here for another 20 minutes or so, but I just wanted to show everybody appreciation. Everybody did a good job with keeping everybody updated. Um what was going on in the sport. A lot of interesting interviews was really the thing for me. Um, Bernard Hackett going off about Bill Haney. That was one of my favorite moments for what happened on YT when it comes to boxing. Um, what else? Oh, D is what's up? Oh, happy New Year's to you, man. Giving a shout out to the whole boxing community and actually talking about some of my favorite moments on YT with the boxing community. So I was just talking about one of my favorite moments is the Gregory Hackett rant. Bernard Hackett rant, and I love that, man. He went off on Bill. Also, it was a few other ones too, and then of course with what happened with what's the biggest disappointment, fight of the year, prospect of the year, disappointment of the year, most improved fighter, promoter of the year, which that's something I couldn't give anybody. What's going on? AC in the building, man. Happy New Year to you, AC. That's my man AC, my partner. We rock out on Sundays over there on Smoke Session. We are a part of the Murderous Road Crew. So hey man, on Sunday sometimes we come over and check out our fight recap, man. We do a good fight recaps on Sunday too after the fights over there on the Smoke Session. One man Pop, AC, CJ, Body Work, the whole clan, uh, 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 Pastor, uh, all the cats, man. But yeah, but man, it been some crazy moments this year on YT, man, with the interviews, man, and also Brian Norman Sr. He gave some interesting interviews, man, and things like that. So there's a lot of stuff on YT, man, that had me tripping out, and with some of the interviews and things like that when content creators putting some of these trainers and fighters in a hot seat, putting them in a stranglehold, and it's awesome to see something like that because, like I said, we are the root base of boxing. We keep the sport alive. So to have the trainers and the fighters and stuff like that actually intertwine with us says a whole lot, especially when um they're not on mass media like that, and mass media only gonna deal with certain fighters. So to get the fighters and the trainers to come and talk on the panels and for interviews and even just to kick it. That's an awesome thing. So that shows that the boxing community as a whole, all the content creators is doing a thing to whereas the people that's in the sport, the fighters, the trainers wants to come and talk to us. So that's what's up. And they rather talk to us than talk to the other people that's more so business. You see what I'm saying? So they in touch with the fans this way more. And like I said, I gotta give everybody credit to content creators themselves for getting able to get these interviews. So that's what's up. So everybody deserves their flowers with that. I tell you what, one of the funniest moments to me was uh briefly knockout and Bill Haney, man. Shout out to knockout. The last time Bill Haney was on knockout, you know, uh he put Bill Haney in the coffin. You know what I mean? So and shout out to Bill Haney wanting to be where, where it's at, where who's keeping boxing alive for whatever his motive may be. But it's good. Like I said, it's a great thing when they are, you know, mixing in with the boxing community. Like, who else they going to talk to, and be able to really talk the way that they, want to talk. They can kick their feet up. They don't have to worry about being politically correct with their speech. They can just let it go. So we're doing something right. So, and it's funny, man. It's a funny thing to me. And like I said, it makes it closer to the sport, and hopefully, this pushes the sport back into, the mass market, and boxing becoming a major sport again. But they gotta do some things different, and we should see. But I tell you what, man, uh, uh, upset of the year, Jaime McGee, getting knocked out by the boy Sarase. That was the upset of the year for me, and I was happy about it too. I ain't gonna hold y'all, because um, Jaime McGee is good, but we know Jaime McGee had got a lot of help with his matchup, so it was coming, and it happened. I think Canelo could have stopped him, but he didn't, and it is what it is. Uh, I think Lomachenko is the biggest duck of the year. In my opinion, Lomachenko is the biggest duck of the year, 2024. It's a couple other ones that run up with that, but I'm giving Lomachenko the biggest duck of the year, because all these years people was coming down on Tank Davis and saying Tank Davis was actually ducking Lomachenko, but they never even did any negotiations, so you could chalk that out. But then when they actually did, you know, had negotiations in the mix, he flat out, didn't want no smoke. Um, Disappointment of the year, Devin Haney, the way he handled the situation with Ryan Garcia. And the fans was a disappointment to me, a lot of the Devin Haney fans. Um, Female fighter of the year for me, is Gabrielle Fondora, uh, Sebastian's little sister. Uh, she's smashing stuff, man, and she making it look good. So she gets the female fight of the year for me. Um, I think the best boxing event was Queensberry versus Matchroom, that 5-on-5. I think that was the best event, overall event put together, in my opinion. Uh, I give Amanda Serrano a female fighter of the year, Usyk male fighter of the year, um, knockout of the year. I gave it to which one was it? Not I can't remember who was the knockout. Oh yeah, the knockout of the year was Warley versus Clark too. That was my knockout of the year. Oh my goodness, man, the way Warley did Clark, man, that was the knockout of the year for me. That was the one I liked the most out of a lot of good ones. Um, Most improved fight of the year, I gave it to El Rayo. I gave it to El Rayo. I think in my opinion, he's the most improved, because El Rayo looked like one of those guys that wasn't going to bounce back at all. You know what I mean? So he bounced back, and he bounced back good. So right now his bounce back is aging good right now. So we see we'll see what happens with El Rayo. I'm going into 2025. Um, and I got all these strangers outside in front of my damn building. Get the fuck from in front of my goddamn door. I don't feel like having to move you fools out of here because it's New Year's and they doing all type of stupid shit. Yeah, excuse my language. But you keep on going. Don't mess with nothing. Go about your damn business. Don't make my night heavy. Bad enough I gotta be up all night in this damn building, But yeah, it's been a good year, man. It's been a good year. Abdullah Mason, I gave him prospect. No, I gave Keith Colin prospect of the year. I like Keith Colin. He impressed me a whole lot. Yeah, I gave him prospect of the year. Um, mm, and I think that's about it. Far as promoter of the year, I don't have a promoter of the year because really it was just a bunch of fights really put together. Nobody really had a roster set up throughout the year to whereas we know ahead of time what's actually going on. It was just like putting them together at the last minute. So that's why I said that. You know what I mean? But it still was a good year. Daniel Du Bois looked good this year. I like his sister too. She's arguably female fighter of the year too. If people don't agree with Fundora. But shout out to Usyk. I think Usyk is probably the most impressive because of what he done this year. So yeah. You gave Jake Paul promoter of the year, AC. A lot of people gave Jake Paul promoter of the year. I really didn't, but I can see that. But just because nobody really did enough, but I know he put on a couple events this year, and and that was cool. But I wasn't really satisfied. I don't think the promoters really overall really handle business this year as far as having rosters set and things like that, like they normally do. So hopefully they be more organized in 2025. But that's one thing. Like I like this dude as a promoter, and I wish the dude stopped playing around with the sport of boxing, and then even actually since that Mike Tyson that went on his record, then I think this guy should actually even wind up even coming into boxing for real, which I know he's not. You know what I mean? So if he's not going to do that, I think he should become a promoter. And everybody talking about Turk, Turk, Turk. I'm not impressed by Turk Ali Sheik. Some people gave Turk Ali Sheik promoter of the year. I don't know why. I don't know why he got promoted a year. For what? I mean, I don't get it. But I say Jake Paul. I think Jake Paul did a better job than Eddie Hearn and all the other promoters. So that's what I would like for this guy to do. I like because what I dislike about him, he kind of make a mockery out of boxing a little bit because he's not really taking any serious challenges, but he wants that full credit. Know what I mean? So and I don't give a damn about Turk. Everybody talk about Turk. I don't give a damn about Turk. All right. But I definitely think if Jake Paul was to become a full-time promoter, and he's gonna smash all the Turk talks. Hands down. I think that should be a damn debate. Since everybody the Turk. Yo, I got Jake Paul, and Jake Paul's already a better promoter. And Jake Paul would know he already know. But imagine Jake Paul being a four-time promoter, no more exhibitions. He's been a boxing promoter. He can take over the game. He can take over the game because I mean, look how successful he's been with what he's doing, and look, we definitely seen what he's made of with what he's been doing for Amanda Serrano in women boxing. So we already know it's there. This man coming to men boxing and just like I said, boxing overall because he already got his somewhat in with the women boxing. But if he do that on the men's side and put together a men card and he's not on the card, none of that exhibition stuff, man, I'm telling you, he would do great. He would do great. He has a following. You know what I mean? He has a following. He's definitely very marketable. He can smash the game. You know how many fighters were quick to, hey, I tell y'all what, let Jake Paul come in. Let's say he announces it before the month of January is out, and he come out and say, "Hey, I make an announcement. I'm now am becoming. I will be promoting professional men fights. Now, I mean, no more exhibitions. Man, you know how many dudes the free agents gonna want to jump over there with him? They leave Turkey out and sheep like my man on Harlem Nights when he called home and told the children to tell, put your mother on the phone and said, honey, I'm never coming home. What? It smashed all that turkey shit. Real talk. I'm hoping that Jake Paul winds up becoming a full-time promoter, man. I really think he would do an awesome job because I don't have a personal problem with the dude besides, he plays with the sport. Oh yeah, Happy New Year, Cat Sport. Sip something for me, smoke something for me. I'm at the JOB, man. You know what I mean? But when I get home in the morning, light it up, Yeah, so I'm just giving the flowers, man. The boxing community did a great job overall this year, man. So, I'm just talking some ish, trying to pass some of this time up to get up on out of here, you know. But yeah, I think Jake Paul would be a hell of a promoter. And you know what? He might be leaning towards that. So, I think when he's ready to do it, he probably will. Hopefully, he is. If anybody's around him, they should be in his ear telling him. Because I damn sure would tell him, oh, that's what's up, drinking fake champagne with the kids. Oh, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. That's what's up. I drink on occasion. You know what I mean? I'm not a drinker like that. On occasion, like birthdays, things like that. Yeah, yeah. I think yeah, go, yeah. I think he'd do a dope job as a promoter. I put my money on it. I'm willing to debate about that. You know what I mean? I retired really from debating, but I debate that. I think he would smash the game. He gonna smash him. They gonna want to go over there and sign with him. And the boy got the paper. He got the money to put it up. So he got the money behind him. And then he got the machine behind him. What? Come on, man. Yo, y'all follow Jake Paul. I think everybody should get on Jake Paul and push it. Like, yo, bro. Hey, dude, man, become a promoter, dog. Put those fight together, and I think this would be a good time for him too. This would be the right time for Jake Paul to become a promoter, cause he'll make some fights happen. Well, he will. But we one thing we learned in 2024, what we learned just that not too long ago, that a lot of these guys is scared of opportunities. So meaning that they're afraid of money. We seen these guys. We seen a few guys in 2024 turn into scared money, man. And I'm just looking like, what's wrong with these guys? And they doing about overpricing themselves and stuff like that. And all the conversations that we had back in 24 about the Ducks and people sweeping some situation that was really a Duck situation up under the rug. I still think all in all, even though Devin Haney is the softest fighter ever, Shakur Stevenson did duck him. Shakur Stevenson did duck him. People was arguing about the 25%. Man, who the hell is you, dude? You better take that. You ain't even, what? He ducked him. That didn't age well. That didn't age well, man. That did not age well at all. Now think about it. Let's look at that. Because that wasn't touched on enough, that situation right there. Nobody never really touched on that situation. It was like, they spoke on it and he let it go. And I'm like, okay, we just gonna let this slide like that. All right, let it slide. Let it slide, it's okay. It'll get greater later. Y'all know the old saying, it'll get greater later. But I tell you what, it's close. And I think we should see a couple guys retire this year. I think before 25 is over, I think we might be I think this is going to be the final year we see Bud Crawford. 2025 will be the year that Bud Crawford finally retires. Y'all don't think so? This is the year that Bud Crawford not only will, but can retire. And I'm going to tell you why. Because it's being said, and it's looking quite possible that we're going to get Terrence Crawford. Yeah, exactly. Bud and Canelo will retire after they match this year's Cinco de Mayo. So we gonna get to say goodbye to two future Hall of Famers. You know, they now Hall of Fame bound until they retire, and then a few years later, y'all know how that shit happens. Then they'll go ahead and get in there, and I think Bud Crawford and Canelo Alvarez both deserves first ballot. Yes, that's what I'm saying, AC. And you know what, AC? That's all they both was looking for. Really gets to going outside of this fight. There wasn't gonna be no other fight that gave him a bigger payday than the Errol Spence fight. You feel me? So that's a good thing. That's a good thing right there. So hell yeah, all day, AC. We get to say goodbye to these dudes, and I'm happy for them. I'm happy for them. They don't owe me nothing else. They ain't never owed me a damn thing. See, I'm a different type of fan. They don't owe me anything because they always did what I wanted them to do: get in the ring and fight, and show me that I'm correct about the way that I feel about them. And they both showed me that. You know, so salute to Bud, man. Salute to him. Yes. We get to see Bud finally hang it up. And I think when it finally happens, we gonna send him out with a bang, man. A true legend in the sport. Arguably right now, cause this man, when he finally leaves the sport, he set the bar so damn high. Who's gonna be able to top it? That's the next thing that should be floating and circulating all through 2025, even before the fight actually takes place between him and Canelo, because we need to start talking about it now. It's 2025, and then we know for a fact this is the year that they're going to retire. Yeah, and we can say with this retirement fight, you know, for these two men. We know it's a duck on one end. We ain't gonna get to see Canelo and Benavidez. Now that kind of depends what's going to happen in this fight between Terence Crawford and Canelo. Now, to be honest with y'all, be honest with you guys, from a boxing mind, for the love of the sweet science of the sport, I have Canelo Alvarez winning. But do I want Canelo Alvarez to win? No, I don't. Is it a possibility? Yes, it is. It's probably more possible for Bud to pull the win off than what we actually think. And I'm explaining to y'all the simple reason why. Now, this is interesting what I'm about to say. Because now I'm thinking as I go along about it. Now, Father Time. This could be a fight when Father Time shows up, and he's showing up for both of these fighters. They're not too far in age, Bud's a little older, you know, but they're around the same. Both got years of boxing mileage on them, no matter if it's good mileage or bad mileage. You understand what I'm saying? And then the biggest question is how Bud resistance is going to be. That's the overall thing, because as far as the skill in Canelo, he's a bad dude. But like I said, Terence Crawford is pound for pound the best fighter of this era. You know, so he does have the skill set to beat him. But sometimes, in some cases, weight does matter. Weight matters. Size matters sometimes, not all the time, people. Sometimes it matters. In the sport of boxing, it matters. It will matter at some point. Other than that, we don't have no other question about the outcome of that fight. But it'd be a very historical, legendary thing. Terence Crawford actually goes up to 168 and beat Canelo Alvarez on Cinco de Mayo. Do you know how much the American fighters is going to be in the frenzy when if it takes place? Oh my goodness, the boxing world would be in a frenzy like your hometown winning the Super Bowl or the championship or the NBA trophy. I can imagine that. Also, I think we will see Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury also retire this year in 2025. Both had did enough. There's nothing else they need to do. It's these fighters' choice. But do they have anything else to prove at this point? No, they don't. Usyk don't have anything else to prove, but if he want to run it back with Du Bois, cool. After that, go and retire, man. I think Tyson Fury don't need to lace him up again. Go and retire. I mean, because outside of anything else, it's no one else for Tyson Fury to fight. Unless he's going to fight, you know, old school, you know, unless him and AJ gonna get in there. But to be honest, AJ needs to retire. But we talk about the guys right now who's been dominating their weight classes and has put in the work to retire, made good money or big money. And these four gentlemen that I'm speaking about, we should be seeing the last of them right here in 2025. Outside of these four gentlemen, who else could we see the last of? Just Spark in the building. Happy New Year to you, man. Yeah, but I think we will see this is the final goodbye for these four gentlemen. I think, and possibly it might be a few other fighters. And I'm sitting here trying to think, as I'm sitting here talking to you guys. 25 should get Jens Sasaki versus Norman Jr. or Boots. You know what? AC, next time I get a chance, I gotta put you in blue. Yeah, AC. And woo, let's see it. I would like to see it. Definitely would like to see it. I think 25 may make up for some of the things that we didn't get in 24, hopefully. But yeah, I agree with you, AC. Yeah, we should get, yeah, in boxing they owe us. So they need to make up for some things that they dropped the ball with in 2024, far as the commission and the fighters. You know what I mean? They owe us something. They do. They definitely owe us. But like I said, the first quarter of the year so far looks good. You know what I mean? And like I said, the most anticipated fight for me right now is David versus David. I can't wait to see that, man. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. I've been listening to everybody's giving their analysis. I've been giving mine on a few channels. Yeah, that's gonna be something else. And I think then like I said, who else we got in the first quarter? Shakur and Kid Austin, which is something I want to talk about real quick. Now with that fight, Happy New Year to everybody that's coming in. Uh, a salute to the boxing community doing an awesome job this year. Awesome job this year. Salute to everybody. Make sure you smash the like button. But yeah, 25 now with this fight with Shakur and Schofield Jr. Now, right now, now I do have Shakur winning this fight. Who do I want to win this fight? I'm more of a Shakur fan, so yes, I want Shakur to win this fight. But I have nothing against Kid Austin. I'm just a bigger fan of Shakur. Uh, but with this fight, I think the main thing that's going to decide this fight, and we should all know, is two things. Somewhat experience in the boxing IQ. I mean, because the number one weapon in boxing is the brain. That's the weapon before all weapons. That's your weapon of mass destruction. You know what I mean? That boxing IQ is the most effective weapon to have in the sport. You know, mind over matter. You dig? So we can easily, at least for me, I can easily say this comfortably. That yes, I expect your core to go in and win a unanimous decision against Schofield. Now, is it going to be a landslide, lopsided performance joint? Not. Is it going to be if Austin tries to box, he loses for sure. Exactly. So with that being said, Cash Crypto, he got to make Shakur fight. That's his only chance. That's the only chance Schofield Jr. has in beating Shakur Stevenson. Is the fact he's gonna have to make him fight. He gotta fight Shakur. He cannot outbox Shakur. That's not gonna happen. And we all know that. That's very easy. Then you know what's the biggest question too? That's another 99 problems for Kid Austin is his focus and his poise. Yep, gotta come in exactly. Because you know what? How about this? We say that Shakur is the boring fighter, right? Exactly. We say that Shakur is a boring fighter, right? But don't we got to put some of that blame on his opponent too? Maybe they not good enough in making this motherfucker fight. I think that's something that we never really talked about. And that's not really his fault. It's only Shakur's fault because Shakur plays safe. You know what I'm saying? A little too safe. I say that, a little too safe. But then the other half is two. It takes two to do it. So if a fight is boring, you can't say that one fighter is boring and then the other fighter is not. So that means both is boring. Cause that's how you get a boring fight. You know, you can't even get a half boring fight if both fighters ain't half boring. So it's up to his opponent too. So somebody got to make him fight. Exactly, exactly. Cash crypto. Exactly. So and so we already know the favor is in for Shakur. Not saying that Shakur needs any assistance. He don't need hamburger helper. You know what I mean? But what Cash Crypto said, you know, that's a great point. So I will highlight that. That's a great point that Cash Crypto just made. It's in Saudi. Kid got to try either somehow stop Shakur or win on activity, but not just activity, but accurate activity. You see what I'm saying? So his punch placement. Um, in order to set Shakur off balance, you got to make him fight. Also, you got to make him come out of his defensive comfort zone and make him have to find another way to be defensive because that's another thing we haven't really seen these fighters do is Shakur has to go to another method of defense. I mean, we haven't seen it. It's like you got to have a plan A and a plan B for its offense. That's the same thing with the defense too. But we just always talking about a plan A and a plan B for as a fighter. You know, out scoring their opponent, out punching them. You know, just out hustling them. You know, and that's all on the offensive side. But we got to say the same thing about the defense too. You know, because what helps you what helps your opponent hit you less than you hit your opponent? Your defense. That means so yeah, so he has to take Shakur, he has to make Shakur have to use another method of defense. And we know that the only method that Shakur uses and he's very good at it is creating space, step back. I mean, but you don't see Shakur have to parry punches, really duck under him. You see what I'm saying? You don't see him move off back off at angles. He just jumps straight back. You don't see no upper body lateral movement. You know, you don't see no bob and weave and move from side to side. He don't do none of that. And then also other methods of defense. But like I said, that's the one thing about Shakur. See, and he's comfortable because he hasn't had anyone get in the ring with him and make him use another method of defense. So he got that roll runner defense. He's too cautious. He's overly cautious, and this is one of the reasons why boxing fans is hard on him. Other fight for Checo versus So Cold. Oh yeah, hell yeah, AC. Hell yeah, AC. Yes, sir. I will fight Pacheco versus Soul Cold. You know, now I hear a lot of people talking good about Soul Cold and all that. But AC, my guy, one of the first, he's the only one right now that I heard that they picking I'm thinking Pacheco would beat So Cold. Youth, height, reach, better feet, all true facts. You know, that's why I love when we can have a boxing conversation and it's all love. We actually talking boxing, you know, so hopefully you know, it's hard for me to get people up on the panel because of my times and stuff. And also a lot of people don't like getting on panels with me, but I know my bros will, you know. I know AC will, all the guys who I rock out with, but you know, I guess I make it kind of hard for cats. But yeah, don't come with the bull-ish. You know what I mean? I know the sport. I know everything I need to know about the sport. You know, might not know everything about all these fighters, but know this damn sport for sure. Love it too. That's why I'm talking about it right now. Hey, enjoy y'all drink on. Take a sip for me, man. While y'all sitting here chilling. But yeah, that's gonna be a decent one. But yeah, so Schofield definitely his only chance is to make Shakur fight, and also we gotta see Shakur get punched. And a lot of people think Shakur is the only fighter who's going to get away the only fighter that can get away without actually getting that chin actually tested. Let me tell y'all something. I understand what y'all saying, but I'm gonna be honest. I strongly disagree with you. Every fighter's going to get punched. You gotta get punched. It's a part of the sport. There was guys who was better than Shakur Stevenson defense wise. You know now Shakur Stevenson defense is good, but you only can compare it to the fighters of his generation because when we talk about other defensive fighters, then you know we're gonna come up with certain names. He ain't on the same level as Floyd Mayweather. He ain't in the same realm as Floyd's defense. He ain't in the same realm level as Sweet Pea Whitaker. He's not on those dudes' levels when it comes to defense. Huh? I don't think he's great, but he's damn good. But see, those gentlemen was defensive in multiple ways. They just wasn't one dimensional defensive. It's a big difference. A big difference. You see what I'm saying? And also with those fighters, they make you miss and make you pay. No matter if they could punch or not. They made you miss and made you pay. And damn sure for Sweet Pea, because he's gonna make you look stupid and then he's gonna make you pay. He gonna make you look stupid even more. 2 times in one. You know? So yeah, so he's gonna have to make Shakur feel uncomfortable. How does he do it? By fighting Shakur. He gotta get to him. He has to let Shakur know tonight the ring is not your friend. Your little escape routes, you don't have any. Now you gotta fight me. What you normally do is not working for you. And then I don't know if you can pull out another method of defense because you're so comfortable with being one dimensional. Same thing goes for that, just like the same thing with somebody that's relying on their power. So is Shakur multi-dimensional when it comes to his defense? We don't know. Can Schofield bring it out? We got to see. But also, the biggest challenge for Schofield, besides Shakur's intelligence and Kabak's, is his poise. Now, this is the biggest stage that Schofield is facing. Now, it's not the biggest stage, but it's the biggest stage that he will face, that he's facing in his career right now. So, that comfortable, that goes to Shakur. Now, we already know we always holding these fighters' feet to the fire, because we make them, stand true on their word. Now, once again, Shakur is coming out and saying he gonna smash Schofield. So if he's gonna smash him, he gotta go in there and do that. But if Shakur goes in there and do the same thing he did against De Los Santos, then what you doing? That goes back to what Cash Crypto said. He got the road running defense. But he's very cautious. And this is a sport where you have to be willing to take one to give one. And honestly, Shakur just got like that since he moved up in weight. Cause Shakur wasn't always like that. And I don't think any of us, since we've been talking about this situation, I don't think we even touched on it uh uh in this aspect. Yeah, because come on, he wasn't always like that. We didn't look at him as a runner. We didn't look at him as a boring fighter at 130, nor at 126. He would make guys miss and make them pay. But as he moved up in weight, he's became more defensive. And he's been like that since 135. He's been like that since 135. I don't know if any of you guys noticed that, but yeah, because like I said, he wasn't always like that. Just like we wasn't always calling him boring. But since his last couple fights, and he hasn't had that many fights at 135. Yep, he used to be a master of half and quarter step. He would make you pay. But now he's getting out the way even more. And I'm starting to think that Shakur punch resistance is not as good as his defense. I don't think his punch resistance is really that good. I don't think he trusts his punch resistance. Because remember, let's go back to what he said when he fought Oscar Valdez and he was talking about that body shot. Now we know in the sport of boxing, man, ain't no fighter likes or feel comfortable with taking body shots. But we got guys that take them. They take them well, no matter how it affected them. They take it. They take it like a true warrior. So that comes to show me that he don't really like being punched. So sometimes I'm thinking the reason why this dude he makes sure he stay tight on his defense is because maybe his punch resistance isn't that good. So if you're going up in weight, you're moving up in competition, you're going up against naturally stronger and naturally heavier and harder punches. So Exactly, Yoshino was. And I like Yoshino, but Yoshino never, never been in the ring with anything like Shakur. So that's what happened. But I agree with you, AC. Yep, I agree with you, fam. Yeah, I agree with you, homie. That was his last year. That was his good last performance. No, no, I'm good. All right. You need this again? No. All right. Yeah, but yeah, AC, that was his good last performance. So and then we have to ask ourselves how that hand is going to be. You know, so if he's going there talking about stopping the guy and all these other things, then we got to ask ourselves, is his hand going to be right? So we don't know if he can wind up, how possible it is that he can wind up re-injuring his hand again in this fight. So because if Forrest having if he's going to have a permanent hand problem, then he's going to have to do some things different, and he's definitely going to be even more cautious than he already is. But we should see. But like I said, Schofield got a lot that he has to do because Shakur is a hell of a boxer. Might not be the best performer or even a good finisher, but he's damn good and close to great at what he does. So we gotta see, man. We gotta see. And we know if Shakur don't want to be available, he ain't gonna be there for you to hit him. So gotta get to him. Gotta get to him. I'm about to think something else. So let me ask you a question. And this is about women boxing. It's one of my favorite female fighters. Caroline Du Bois called out Katie Taylor. I ain't heard Katie Taylor say a damn thing. Matter of fact, Katie Taylor hasn't said anything since the last fight with Serrano. I don't even hear her name circulating over there on the other side. I like I give Caroline the boys a good chance against Katie Taylor. As long as Katie Taylor ain't got the machine behind her. Now, out of the fights that's already stamped, signed, sealed, and will be delivered in 2025, is there any upsets that y'all think that will most likely happen out of the fights that's already ready to go? Mm, I have one though. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I could see a possible upset in women's boxing. Mm-hmm. And most likely, y'all know where I'm about to go at. Or, better yet, should I say, you already know where I'm at with it. Now, I still haven't got a chance to check the young lady out like that. But this next opponent that Clarissa is fighting at heavyweight, this could be a possible upset. I think so. Like I said, I haven't even looked into her like that. But I think there's a possible upset in that fight. She's 42 years old. Oh, hell no. Come on, man. Come on, man. Cash. She's 42 years old. Cash, she don't look like it from her photos, but bro, she actually 42 years old. Wow. Wow, man. She 42 years old. Oh, come on, man. They got to do something. I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm gonna say this to y'all, right? I think of her era, she's, the GOAT. But me honestly, I don't think she's the overall greatest female fighter of all time. I think it's Layla Ali, in my honest. Of course, everybody gonna say, "Well, Layla didn't do what she did." Well, she didn't do what she did in Layla's era. So, what that's supposed to mean? She ain't doing things that she's doing. She ain't doing in Layla era. And I think Layla is the better boxer. Only if a wish can come true. Because I think if they was in the same era, that's the person I got beating Clarissa Shields. In my honest opinion, yeah. That's why I would have loved to see the level of competition from later in them era be in this era and vice versa. Because this era of women boxing, this is no disrespect to the women because the women I give them credit over the men. They got more damn heart. They got more damn heart, and they ain't too proud. And they ain't gotta be too proud. Beggars can't be choosy. You know what I mean? That's one thing I give them over the men. You know, that's what I give them over the men. Damn, I ain't know she was 42. Cash Crypto. I did not know she was 42 years old. Oh man, I don't even want to watch it now. I don't even want to watch it. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch it. AJ number the number. Yeah, I get that, but man, I don't want to see that. But that's crazy. What if she was to lose to this 42-year-old heavyweight? Hmm? What if she lose to this 42-year-old woman? Could that be wind up being one of the biggest upsets in this decade? Yeah, definitely a bigger upset than Sarase stopping McGee. This would be a real big upset. Part, yeah, it would be a major upset. Is that going to happen? It's a possibility. It's a possibility. Damn sure is. Uh, what y'all think about what y'all think gonna happen in a rematch with Bivol and Betterby? Um, what y'all think? I think Bivol was going to even the score, or would Betterby beat him again? I think Bivol might be better prepared this time around. DSP, what's up? You actually got Crawford beating him? That's what I want, but you got better be beating Bivol again. I'm kind of thinking so too. You know what I mean? I'm kind of thinking so too. I got him beating him too. Better be was off. Yeah. The first. That's what I'm talking about, Cash. Yeah, yeah. And he came off that layoff, man. Boy, his Bibble might get stopped this time around. Bibble might get stopped this time around. You know, he might get stopped. He might get stopped. He might get stopped for sure. Yo, C Ruffin, what's going on, bro? What's happening, man? What you doing? What you doing, man? Matter of fact, here y'all go, Hey, why not? You know what I mean? Hey, matter of fact, here you go, matter of fact. And let me see. Give me 1 second. There you go. Hey, the link is right there if anybody want to come up and kick it with your boy Ulrich James. This stream, the link is right there if you want to come up. Come on up. Happy New Year to everybody, man. You know, hey, I'm just giving the boxing community these flowers, man. They all did a great job. No Duck Zone. Oh, awesome podcast. Awesome show. He's definitely for the sport of boxing. Definitely for the future of boxing. That's my man C. Ruffin. Is definitely for the future of boxing. He said Bud didn't take Matt. No, Bud took him seriously because Bud was telling everybody, no, man, y'all gonna be surprised. Y'all gonna put some respect on his man name. Cause Bud did come out and say, no, this dude is better than the credit y'all giving him. And Salute the bud because Magic Mall was good. All right, let me see who we got coming up. Yeah, here we go. That's hold up, bro. I got you. Hold on, see Ruffin. I got you. Yes, sir. What up, bro? Happy New Year to you,
Happy
man.
New Year, bro.
You,
Crush, what
you
up,
see me?
man?
I'm on the clock, man. What's happening, baby?
Hey,
Hey,
man.
salute to everybody. Y'all see me? I'm on the clock, man. I'm chilling, man. I'm
Hey, man.
chilling.
It's a new year, new money, man. New feeling. Just thanking God, man, that I made it, man. We made it. I'm getting ready to celebrate my 42nd birthday next Thursday, man. I can't
Oh,
complain,
that's
man.
what's up. Oh, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. And salute to you, the wife and the family, man. And also, the thumbnail title, man, the boxing community. Hey, man, and you did an awesome job this whole 2024, bro. You did a
Thank you, man.
awesome job.
Thank
If
you. Thank you.
anybody that missed any of your work, man, they don't know what they missing, but it's always time to go
Look,
back and check
uh,
replays. I catch my brother live when I can, and I go back and check playbacks. The
it
dude
wouldn't
is
be
awesome.
possible.
Like I said,
It wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for you guys. Because let me explain something. You can. It's not easy to get up there and talk, right, and nobody's paying attention to you because then you might as well be talking to a wall. But you got to remember,
right.
when you can, it's not about how many views you get. If you get 5 views or 10 views, at least somebody's paying attention to you. So you got to remember, without the people, it's not much that's gonna happen. So you guys made it possible for me. Y'all made 2024 dope for me. You know what I'm saying? From the coaches to the fighters, to other content creators and just other people who don't have any shows. When people could DM me or come on my live and just give me my flowers, man, like they've been doing for the last 2, 3 years, man. It's amazing. And now, I have to just step my game up more now in 2025. So there's a lot of things I'm working on, man. So you get ready to see a shift with No Doug Zone, man. I'm about to really step it up now.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna turn up a little bit more too, man. I got some things coming, man. I got some things
Yeah.
coming, man. They
You,
when it's over, they gonna want to kiss the ring, man. Yeah, they gonna be like, man, this dude is outrageous, man. I love what I
you,
do, man, and I know what I'm good at, so why not?
I'll give it to you though. I'll tell you what though, that getting up every morning. And shout outs to BBO, shout outs to D Free, and shout outs to GD Sports Talk Thomas, and I see you guys and the way y'all move, you know what I'm saying, especially with you being on in the morning. I'm seeing what BBO's doing. I gave him his flowers the other day, because I had to be honest with him. I told him, I said, bro, I didn't understand nothing that you were doing and where you were going. I just thought you was being a troll out here in these streets, man. I didn't know what you was
Right.
doing. And sit back, and I respect his work ethic, and I see how we grinding, and from morning, noon, and night, and we respect. The one thing I love about all of us, right? Uh, we respect each other's time and space. That if we know when somebody's
Yeah,
going on, we either not gonna go on, or we'll try to hurry up and do whatever it is that we gotta do, and then we say, "Yo, go check BBO next, go check D Free, Crush is on," because I know you on in the morning. It'd be hard to catch you because of my time out. But the
yeah,
other day, I woke up and I caught you in time, and I said, "Thank God, I finally caught him." But
yeah, yeah.
we put a lot of work in, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. And this year is not gonna be any different far as the time we put in. But for a lot of us who actually want to do this for a living and trying to go all the way, we just gonna have to work 10 times harder this year than what we did last year.
Exactly, exactly. Great point too. Great point, man.
Yeah, yeah,
So let
man.
me ask you a question, bro. While you up here,
What up?
so everybody's been recapping and everything. So I'm gonna do something different because we got some things going on in the first quarter of 25. Um, Give me your prediction on David versus David.
Shit, man. I'm gonna tell you this, man. I can't pick a winner, but I will tell you this: it's not going 12 rounds. I
Damn
don't know
sure.
which I don't know which David is gonna put the other David out of commission, but I just I mean, I don't want to, because people was like, man, well, it's hard. It's going to be a good enough fight where it could go 12 rounds. Yeah, you're right. Anything can happen. But I just feel in this, somebody back is going to touch the canvas. It's going to be great. I'm glad it's here. The thing I don't want people to do is because we're getting this fight, rather if you feel like we're getting it early or not. You guys always say you want the best fight, the best should fight the best. Now we got it. Now, what I don't want you to do is get too spoiled where you start thinking, okay, this should be the year that we get everything we want, and that might not necessarily happen. But as fans, we deserve it, Crush. This is what I try to make people
Yeah.
understand. We do deserve it for the time that we put in because ESPN ain't putting these guys out like that. We are, but at the same time, just because two names look good on paper that doesn't mean necessarily they're going to give us what we want. You know what I mean? A lot of these guys, if they not getting what they feel like they worth, then it's kind of hard to make it happen. If we can't get both sides to come to an agreement, that's what kind of drags the fight. So I just wanted to take our foot off the fighter's neck a little bit because even though we can say they should take this, it's kind of hard to tell them what it is they should take. But what I do want in 2025 um, is for us to not sit around and see these guys battling more on Twitter than they are in the ring. I don't want to see that. All that. Hey, listen, and Shakur ain't the only one that did it. We can call them Twitter sin or whatever, but there's a lot of other dudes out there that I'm seeing that's doing this social media shit back and forth, dissing each other. At the end of the day, if you could put all that energy on social media, put that shit into a contract and let's make this fight happen. But other than that, let's just have a great year, man. I'm hoping this first quarter is gonna be great, you know what I mean? But as far as February 1st, I can't wait, and I really can't wait to February 22nd too, man. So we got some shit that's about to pop off in the first quarter.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. February looking like a loaded month just about too. So
Oh man, yeah, 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 yeah.
hold up, somebody
It is.
else coming up. Who we got? Who we got? Oh, there you go, my man Tommy Hill on chills. Thomas Hill
Okay,
on chills. What's up, my brother?
Thomas
Thank you for
Hill.
Can you hear me?
joining the panel, my brother. Happy New Year to you, my mans.
Happy New Year. Can you hear me?
Yo, my man Hill in the
Yeah, we can
building.
hear you.
What's good with you? Happy New Year to you, good brothers, man. Hey,
Yes,
New Year.
likewise,
Hey,
brother.
yeah.
Likewise. Happy to see that you up here. Happy New Year's to everybody and their families. And I want people to remember one thing, man. Us being up here right now was not by accident. It was meant for us to, to make it for another year. And I pray that every single last person that's, chat in the panel that they make it through 2025. We're gonna go through some humps and hurdles to make it out this year. But if we made it out 24 and 23 and 22, we'll make it out 25. We just got to stay focused and stay motivated.
That's it. That's the plan, my man. That's the plan.
But yeah,
What
I
you
was
got,
gonna let
Tommy
you go
Hill?
back to cooking, man. You was cooking about the Twitter battles, bro. Go on and cook on that. I
Oh,
left
yeah.
with TD Sports. What's good with you, baby? Girl? Cash, crypto, my God, DS3. Yeah, go ahead and cook though, man. My bad. I didn't mean to come in here and
No, you good, Tommy. You good,
Oh, yeah,
bro.
you good.
TD
You
he,
good.
Sports
You
in the
he,
good.
building. Happy
he,
New Year, man.
he was cooking. Let him finish his food.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I just wanted to, give my take on, what I felt about the fight and how this year should go. And there's going to be a lot of people whining and crying about certain fights and situations. And I'm like, listen, man, just let the powers that be handle it, man. You know what I'm saying? But it is our job as content creators to push the best fight that we want to see, man. You know what I mean? Because like I said, there's no ESPN that's putting this out. We doing it. We're the ones that's doing it. You know what I'm saying? And we got to continue to do that. But at the same time, everything that we ask for, that we want to see, is just not going to happen. You know what I mean? And so, if there's a fight you want to see out there that you feel like ain't happening, you got to tell your favorite fighter to step his game up, man. You know what I mean? And try to make something happen.
Yep. That is true. See, man, that
Right?
is true.
I mean, yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's we gotta, and we deserve it because we spend our money on these pay-per-views. We go to these fights. We buy merch. We invest a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? We get into arguments with our loved ones because we put so much time in it. We forget we got to get with them and put time with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
man.
we deserve that, man. But this year will be a great year, man. It's gonna be a good year.
Okay. So now, while you was cooking before I interrupted, you said it ain't just Shakur Stevenson. Go on and elaborate there too. I think you was about to open up a can of worms, but I'm ready to put them on the bait, throw them in the line. Fish.
Yeah, yeah. I think
'Cause it
a
ain't
lot of
just Shakur, man. It ain't just
yeah,
Shakur. It's a lot of people fighting fights
yeah,
online and elsewhere instead of being inside that ring. Everything going on outside the ring, but nothing going
yeah.
on inside the ring. And I think that, like you said, going into 2025, we want to see that. I think that when you look at the first couple of fights, within the first couple of months, you get that. You get Benavidez versus Morel. You get Bivol versus Better B. And the coldest
Hmm.
part about Bivol versus Better B was one of the most anticipated fights. And when it came time to
Yes,
Hmm.
shoot,
yes, it
it got
was.
zero press.
Yes, it
Zero
was.
press, dog. A fight of that caliber. That even produced, it lived up to the hype on it. And it got zero press. We talking about what Devin Haney gonna do, what Ryan Garcia gonna do, what Shakur Stevenson gonna do, what Tank Davis gonna do. Neither one of them Mickey Freaks got a fight.
Yeah,
The whole league we disrespected them two gentlemen and the sport of boxing by focusing on stuff that ain't got nothing to do with fighting. Like we need
yeah,
some
That's
real.
true. That's true.
yeah. But I almost forgot about that. Better be even be ball. Thanks for reminding me because that kind of slipped my mind because I was getting so caught up in both of the Davids. Um, my question to you, I got a question for both of y'all though. After February 1st, doesn't matter which one of the Davids that win. Do you think there's a chance that one of them can meet the winner out of Better Be Even Bevo?
I think that's very possible. I would like to see that. I definitely would like to see that. That makes more sense to me. I would like to see that because we already know we're not going to get Canelo in the ring with none of
Nah.
those dudes, especially about to get that retirement paycheck. You know, him and Bud supposed to be getting it on Cinco de Mayo. Salute to him. We get to see two future Hall of Famers retire this year. And I think this should be the final year for Fury and Usyk also. So 2025 gonna be a farewell for a few fighters. That is well
Yeah.
deserved because they did what they needed to do and they gave us a hell of a career to watch.
Well, I was just
Yeah.
told that my it sound like I'm doing the underwater boogie. I don't know how I sound on
Aqua
it.
Boogie, man. Aqua Boogie like Parliament and Funkadelic, man. Underwater Boogie, baby.
Well, baby, I'm about to fix that though. I'm about to fix it. I'm about to plug up.
It's gonna be an interesting. It's gonna be a definitely interesting year. You know what? Before we continue, Crush in about what's that? Another
Three
two,
and a half
3
weeks?
weeks, man. I'll be up there. I'll be up there in your town, man.
In your neck of
Yeah,
the
we're
woods.
gonna be at the Iverson
Yes, sir.
Miami
Yes, sir.
Robinson gym for the amateur bout there. Yeah, so I'm looking for
Yeah.
that. That's on the same
Okay.
day too, man. So I get
So
to
when
see
we
my
take
man
you,
Steve Buckman.
Yes,
We
finally
gonna
I get to
join up
see my
there.
brother, man. Finally get to see my brother. And that's another thing too. Let's make more time if we can, because a lot of us met through this social media and that's cool. But when we call somebody our brother and our sister, man, I mean, I know everybody has their own life that they live in. But let's make time to go see it, our brothers, man, if we can, because you know what I mean, at the end of the day, we all we got. So, let's make
Yeah,
time for that.
yeah. I'm planning on doing some moving around. I want to hit the road a little more this year, so I'll be moving around, man. I'll be moving
Yeah.
around a little more this year, getting out the state.
Definitely,
so can
definitely,
you hear me
man.
better now?
Yeah, definitely do that, man.
Am I
Slide
am I
up on
better?
some of these good folks, man. Slide
Hey,
up on
hey,
some of
hey
these good
Crush.
folks. What up?
Am I better now?
Yeah, you good, Tommy. You good.
I'm better. Okay, cool. So yeah. I mean, honestly, I would like to see the winner get the winner out of Bevo and Better Beef, man. I think it would be real kind of soon for both because they've only had two fights. That would be their second fight at each. Wait, the only reason why I say that is because both of them have called out Canelo, and I think that that's the only way you get Canelo is if you have a piece of a puzzle that he's looking for. And I mean, I wanted to see the Benavidez Canelo fight because I thought that Benavidez had fought his way to deserving that shot and never got that shot granted. So
Yeah.
if either one of them win and they get a chance at Better Be Bivol, that's a chance of having all the belts. That's very enticing, and I mean also equates to big money, especially I'm seriously saying, especially if it's Benavidez, because a lot of people want to see that Benavidez Canelo fight. A lot of people believe Benavidez gonna beat him, and that's easily the most marketable fight they can make, especially for Canelo. I don't think that there's no other dance partner that's gonna command the type of bills, the type of looks that Benavidez can. But if it's Morrell, I don't know, man. I don't think it has that same fire, and I don't think either one of them can mess with Better Be. To tell you the truth, I think that man, if it's within these next 3 years, he gonna be a force to reckon with. Because a lot of people sleep on his boxing acumen and they sleep on his boxing technical skill, bro. I think they just think that he's all power because he's in it every fight except for one with a knockout. But that dude
Yeah,
right there is very, very
Yeah.
sound. And
Yeah.
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 I
so,
like Arthur, man. I like Arthur. He definitely a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
yeah,
Definitely.
for as
But
long as he's in it, man. So that's how I feel, man. I don't know the whole landscape of the division to say that they deserve that. I know that they carry big names. I know, especially
Yeah.
Benavidez, because he's been putting in work and he's been calling out people and he's been calling them the P. See, the thing is, man,
Thank you, bro.
for me,
Appreciate you. Thank you.
calling me the P word automatically gets me in the ring, bro.
Another one coming up.
We
Who
got
we got coming up? Oh yeah, we got Soul coming up. Come on up, Soul. What's
yeah,
going
Hey,
on,
definitely.
Soul? How you doing?
what's up, Crush man? Salute to you. Salute to the panel. Happy New Year, man. I've been kind of laying in the cut watching your channel for a while now, man. Great boxing channel. I love boxing.
I
Yeah, man. Just wanted to
appreciate
show
it.
you that love, man.
I
Well, happy
appreciate
New
you,
Year.
man. Thanks and keep on watching, man. And anytime you want to come up and talk boxing, you can. So you always
You
you got
here
the
now,
red
man?
carpet just like the fan,
So
So
what are
anytime you
you and
want
the
to come up
brothers
and get
talking
it.
about, man?
We open topic on 2025 and also what took place in 2024.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, don't let me change the tempo, man. I kind of want to hop on to what y'all are on about. So,
Oh,
Yeah. Stay on it. Anytime you want to
uh,
cut it in,
um,
you can, man. I appreciate it though. Thank you, man. Thank you.
I was pretty big on that Fury Usyk fight, bro. I'm a big Fury fan. Listen, man, I know he came up short, but in both, listen, in hindsight, in both Usyk fights, Fury had good performances. Like, yes, he lost, but bro, like, I don't know how bad his stock went down. They were close fights. You know what I mean? Credit to Usyk, but like, I fuck with Tyson Fury, man.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Tyson Fury. Who he should retire this year. He had a great career, man. That dude can fight. He don't look like the typical fighter at all. Not even a street fighter. But see, that's the type of guy you don't want to mess around with because you don't know what you opening. So he definitely can fight. No matter if you agree with how he fights or not. But he is truly the Gypsy King, man. And
Hey,
he beat the
yeah,
best.
yeah, yeah. He's the
He beat the
Gypsy
best
King,
out of some
man. Like,
fighters, man. He's
yeah,
the
he
Gypsy King
fucking
for real.
yo, Crush. He fucking lost, man. He lost. I'm not one of these guys that's gonna call it different. Like, I think he lost, but they were close fights. And Tyson Fury's one of our best, better heavyweights, man. And you know what? shout out shout out to all you guys, bro. The fucking Gypsy King got style. He can talk some shit. He's
Yeah,
slick. You know what I
he's one
mean?
of the best shit talking.
Hey, you know who you remind me of, man? A parallel.
Yo,
Hey, he remind. If you watch battle rap, he remind me of my man. Rest in peace. But he remind me of what's his name? The big dude that had style.
Pat Stay.
Yeah, Pat State. Is it Pat
Wow,
State?
wow.
appreciate it,
Yeah,
man.
God
Salute
rest,
to
Yeah,
yeah,
you
God
guys,
rest
man.
his soul. God rest his soul, Pat Stay, yeah.
Yeah. He definitely was
you know,
dope, man.
just different. You know, somebody you would look didn't even belong in that platform, but commanded the stage, man. When he was on there, he commanded the stage, and
Man, that's
yeah,
like I
delivery.
really appreciate that, man. And you know what? A lot of it comes from is just I'm an Irish motherfucker, man. I'm Irish. I love Tyson Fury. He talks that shit. He's got a good story. I think he was good for our era. You know what I mean? So that's really where it's coming from, man. I fuck with the Irish, man. You know.
Ain't nothing wrong with it, man.
What's your
I
favorite
fuck
Irish
with the
fighter of all
Irish
time?
too, man. Yeah, man. Um, uh, fucking Tyson Fury's comical, man. I like to hear him talk shit, man. I like to hear him in a roast. He's funny. He's definitely a
Hey,
funny
but
dude.
I did. Hey, bro. Did I fuck up the momentum? Y'all were talking about something else, man.
No. You good?
Do
We
you? Do
talking
you?
boxing, man. Yeah,
Man,
we talking boxing, man. You know, you good, bro. You definitely good. And
All right,
Tyson
all
Fury
right.
is a good subject to talk about, bro.
so
Cause
where do you see Tyson going from
he
here?
definitely, yeah.
You know what's crazy, Crush? You'll like this, Crush. You'll like this. So I think the focus was better in the second fight with Usyk, but I think the element of surprise and the slickness was better for Fury in the first fight. Yeah, he focused up in the second fight, but in the first fight, Usyk didn't know what to do with him because he kept his hands down. He had the slick style. He was a lot more focused, but he was a little more predictable in the second fight. And I wish he would have mixed it up a little bit more, threw his hands a little bit more.
Right.
Okay.
I got a question for you, Soul Rebel. So with a couple fights that's coming up, 2025. So one of the first fights that's coming up in the first quarter is David
Right.
Benavidez versus David Morrell. Who you got winning that fight?
You know what, man? It's a really good question because here's the thing. Here's the thing. I think David Morrell in the later rounds, I think David Morrell in the later rounds has a tendency to kind of break you down. Look at Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant was hitting him with some shit. But once the later
Right.
rounds came, David Benavidez started kind of like kind of smothering that shit out, right? Here's the thing though, dude. I think David Morrell, this fight right here, there's a huge opportunity for exposure. Like fucking David Morrell could fuck around and expose fucking David Benavidez. But
Question.
in order to do that, David Morrell has to be able to do it all 12 rounds. If he starts slacking halfway through the fight, he's gonna be in trouble, man.
Yeah. I think well the first thing David Morrell shouldn't do is stand right in front of David Benavidez. Um, he's gonna have to, and don't try to trade punches with him because it sounds like that's what he's going to do. Some people favor Morrell's power, but it hasn't carried in 175 yet. You know what I mean? So we got to see it, and David can take a punch also.
There's
So
an
with that, yeah, with that being said, he can't stand in front of him and um and just try to go punch for punch with David Benavidez. I think that
nah
would be a bad strategy for him. So I think if he
back.
focused on keeping a boxing match, but making a ass kicking boxing match, then he got a chance to win. But the moment he turns that shit into a fight, it might be night night for David Morrell because Benavidez, who can punch, who's very rangy, and he's a switch guy. He switches gear as far as his speed when he throw his punches, and he can do it in mid stride. And also, even on the inside, he's a better inside fighter than David Morrell. I've seen a lot of holes in David Morrell as far as his inside fighting, even in his better performances, and even off his last fight, to where sometimes we have to look at these guys to see where they at, because that's where they at the time. Hopefully, he made the right steps. To put on a better performance and give him a better chance of winning against David Benavidez. But
Facts,
the
bro.
advantages,
Yep.
the advantages go to David Benavidez. And this is not about I don't shit on fighters and big up other fighters. I'm a fair shooter. But you've been watching me long enough, like you said. So yeah,
Yeah,
so
and
it's definitely gonna be.
you came over to the tavern a couple times. Yeah, that's where I
Yeah,
locked
yeah,
in,
yeah.
and
That's
that's
what I
when I
wanted to
subscribed.
do.
You showed up at the
Yeah,
tavern, dropped some boxing knowledge. So that's when I
yeah,
subscribed, and
yeah.
I've been listening to you ever since, homie.
Thanks,
So
thanks. I remember I ran into you over there at that doing the tavern, man, and I was like, yeah, that's why I knew who you was. I wasn't worried about asking who you was, because sometimes you get these trolls and all that shit. But so when I seen your name, I said, that's from the tavern. So I really appreciate you, bro. I really appreciate you. My boxing knowledge, man. I appreciate it.
Good
Yeah,
breakdown,
but
Crush. Good breakdown, Crush. The only little bit I want to fucking little piece I want to add to that is a underestimated element of David Benavidez, and I'm a pure boxing fan. Say, call it for what it is, bro. I loved Floyd Mayweather. Like, I love the pure boxer. I think true boxers always have an answer. So that's why this fight's so interesting. The only thing I would say though is David Benavidez has decent power, and the underestimated trait of David Benavidez is that he throws combinations. Like, his combination punching is really good. So if he gets you in trouble, he's gonna let his hands go, man.
well, I mean, you guys like good stuff. You want to check out the breakdown we did on Casuals Corner. We broke down David Benavidez and Morrell.
Yeah.
And quite to a lot of people's surprise, man, David Benavidez is a polished product, bro. I will not deny that. As my man Cash Cripple said, a lot of people sleep on his skills, man, because boxing is more than just looking pretty. It's actually being functional with what you do. His
That's
feet
right.
are very functional, man. His inside work is dang near flawless, bro. And on top of that, like my man Ant says, he punches to vacancy, bro. So wherever there is a spot of opportunity, that's where the punch is gonna go. And he's
Yeah, like
pretty
David Benavidez is
wily.
kind of slick with it, man. He's a little slick with it, bro.
He's a lot slick with it, bro. And on top of that, he's quick with it. He got quick hands and quick moves. Like he does things very quick. And I think from an aspect of boxing, when you look at the history of boxing, you'll see that boxers fought both inside and mid range, also to the outside. So I think his savvy is there over Morrell. I think this truly, to be truly stated, this is a fight against experience and savvy versus true athletic gifts and
Wow.
ability. So now I
yeah,
believe Morrell has
Maybe
the
even
ability to be a
experience
great
versus a
boxer. You
yeah.
said what?
I was just saying, like, not in the amateurs, but in the pros, you could argue that David's probably had the bigger fights than Morel, right? Like, yeah.
Oh, for sure. For sure. You can make that argument. I couldn't say anything against
Yeah.
that.
But I'm smart enough to know that's not everything, but it is something. It is something.
Well, I mean, because you get to see how you can respond against various styles. So it's gonna the experience will factor more to me in Benavidez's favor. I think, like you said, his combinations and his volume at which he throws, he level changes very well. He's slick with working around guard manipulation and in clinches. Those things will factor prominently in there. So what Morrell has to realize is that that stuff he been talking about him being RoboCop and like robotic and all this other good stuff
And
is
maybe,
actually
yeah,
something he might
exactly.
need because if you're preparing for that, you could be preparing for failure. So he needs to recognize that this dude has been giving people the beats and for a
Uh,
reason.
what? Hey man, if you go back like before David Benavidez got those big fights, if you go further back, man, he was knocking out guys with some slick shit, man, like a little fucking some Sugar Ray Leonard fucking combinations going on, man. Like you got to be careful to think that David Benavidez is just a come forward Mexican. This is a guy like you said it, bro. You said he was polished, bro. He's kind of polished.
Yeah, yeah. And he's getting better. The coldest part about him is that he's getting better. Like you rewind like 5 fights ago, his feet weren't that functional, but now they have some functionality to it. So he now moves well. He's been even working with his feet. He's gotten better with how you post people up, how you frame people, how you
Mm,
manipulate the
mm,
guard. You know how you give the
facts, man.
illusion of pressure here to only create the opening in there, and those things got to come into consideration. I agree with everything that you guys said. I think that when we broke it down, it looks bad for Morel because Morel does things that are innately in favor of Benavides and what he does, like pulling back straight with his head on the line, allowing people to get flush hits on him. He got a hell of a beard. His beard is substantiated, but
This
do you
is like
want to
a
get it all day
this is
long?
this is like you guys might think this is a silly comparison, and maybe it is. But I remember when Guillermo Rigondeaux, right, who's a Cuban fighter, fought
Hmm.
Nonito Donaire. Well,
Yeah.
Nonito Donaire had great style. He had
Hmm.
good power in his left hand, and he was at the top. But having a complete focused game plan where you don't let up. Like you don't let up. You don't fall into the fight. You don't fall into the fight, bro. You
Hmm.
just keep that boxing going. You just win on points. You keep that boxing going, and if the guy gets vulnerable, then you can get him out of there.
Yeah, for sure.
If to me, for me, if David Morrell can keep a sharp boxing game plan,
Hmm.
what Caleb Plant could not fucking do as a white boy, what fucking David Morrell, there's a potential here that David Morrell could just outscore his ass all the way to the 12th round. Like, because I'm perceiving the future, right? Like, you think about the fight, what's going to happen in the fight? There's a there's a possibility that fucking David Morrell could just outbox him, bro.
Yeah, I agree. I think, and this is where I was alluding to. I said all of that to say that from looking at the film and looking at the fights, you could see more flaws in Morel's armor, more chinks in his armor than Benavidez. But we did this also with Hitchens and Limos. We did this also with my man Tim Zoo. And who did he just lose to? Was that Kyla?
That Russian guy, yeah, that
Yeah,
Russian guy cooked him, man. That was unbelievable.
yeah.
That was a crazy fight.
And then there was another fight. I forgot who it was. And I was the only one in our breakdowns that said, I don't know, man. I think that this is going to be a tough fight.
Like a
And I
problem. Yeah,
believe
like
that
a
this fight is
problem,
going to
right?
be tough. I believe this fight is going to be tough. And I just like you said, if he can continuously, because he's got to prepare for 12 rounds. He
He's got to
can't go into
maintain that
against
Cuban
anybody.
boxing on his ass, bro. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He's got to maintain that, man, because if he gets like you said it, man, like I hear what you're saying because I'm a keen listener. You said about 2 minutes ago if he gets caught up in a firefight, it's not going to go well for Morel. I completely agree. That's why you avoid that shit.
Yeah. And he's going to have to create angles and he's going to have to be able to use his aggression against them. Because my man is great at putting pressure on folks. Like it, that along with I'm still saying
Because
the
Morel's kind of
elbow.
nice,
Elbow is a
bro.
big
Like
point too.
Morel's kind of nice, bro. I've seen him cook. I have seen him cook fighters, bro. Like Morel's nice, bro.
He's nice, but I I'm gonna come in
Yeah, yeah,
disagreeing
yeah.
with you guys
All
about.
good. Yeah, absolutely, man. Go ahead.
I'm going to come in disagreeing
What up,
with you guys
18?
about Benavidez. I'm going to tell you some things that I've always seen with Benavidez, and these are one of my keys to victory with him almost all the time. He has one of the most underrated high guards. His catch and shoot off that high guard, and just he does this peekaboo style pull counter off the high guard. This is why people generally don't attack David Benavidez's body, because it's hard to get to, because he'll slip that front foot, his lead foot, way out there, and just like he covers up really well with it, and he leans back, so you have to always overextend. And once you overextend, where people say he's got fast hands, it's just great timing. He has some of the best timing to just stay out of range, but still within range of his strike, and just come right over the top, bit, and then catch you.
You're talking about Morel. I'm sorry, right? You're
No,
right.
I'm talking about Benavidez.
You're talking
Morel,
about Benavidez. Okay, okay, okay. My
yeah,
bad.
yeah, yeah. His high guard is super impressive to me. His footwork is impressive to me because it's not about movement; it's about placement with him. And when he places his feet down when he's being defensive, it's always a sucker move, and people that don't have experience run right into it. Just like Canelo. Canelo does that same thing. He extends that lead foot out, then he goes into his weak peekaboo. Dudes try to attack it. Munguia, Berlanga, and Canelo
Mm,
and
mm.
Charlo all fell for it, and they all got dropped when they went for it. You feel what I'm
So,
saying? Because he'll
I,
counter with the uppercut, or
man, all day, bro. All day, bro. So I'm gonna put you on the spot just for
go
fun,
ahead,
man. Happy New
go ahead,
Year,
G.
man.
Happy New Year to you, bro.
I'm having a good time, man. I got a little drink
Chopping
going,
up
you
a
know.
little bit.
Yeah, yeah, I'm doing my thing, man. I got a little. I'm happy, bro. So I just want to put you on the spot a little bit. Give us a prediction. Give us a prediction, bro.
Um, I'm gonna say this. Being being where it's at and everything, I'm gonna go with Benavidez, a majority decision, majority like unanimous type decision or whatever. Um, I don't think it's gonna come down to a split decision, because
Let me play.
we see
Let
the
me
great
play.
potential Morel has, but it's
Let
still
me play.
levels to this
Let
thing.
me play devil's advocate because I know you're right. Listen, I picked Benavidez. By the way, me and you got the same pick. I think Benavidez is gonna win too. But let's play devil's advocate for everybody listening in the fucking panel, bro. David Morrell, A A is undefeated, and B is definitely the most pure boxer. Man, David Plant's cool, bro. He's cool. He's cool. He's cool. But he's not David Morrell. You know what I mean? There's a path to victory for David Morrell, bro. Do you think that he can accomplish that?
I would say he he can accomplish it, but I'm gonna say this: if he doesn't, you know, really do something early on that kind of shuts David Benavidez down, and keeps offsetting him,
Oh, good
by
shit. Yep,
by the
yep.
time you get into the second half of the fight, that's traditionally always belonged to Benavidez. Nobody has a better second half record than David Benavidez, pretty much at this point. So
Because check it out, man. Because I ask you that for this reason. Because there's been many times in boxing where the guy with the A side, not even the A side, but like he's got the better resume, gets exposed. Like it can happen. It can fucking happen. This is
yeah,
boxing.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
I'm
You know what
expecting
I
it to
mean? Like
happen in the.
Morel could be like, "Oh shit, I finally fell upon the golden ticket. Finally I
Yeah,
got a big fight. Finally I got a big fight. Watch
Morel
you
has
know,
nothing to
give me the
lose. That's
rock
the
and watch
beautiful
what I
part.
do with it. Give me the rock and watch what I do with it." Like that's right there for Morel, bro.
But here's the thing: Morel has actually nothing to lose. You really don't have anything to lose. Benavidez, this issue with David Morrell only came as a result of Morrell's, I think it was like the sixth or seventh fight he had. I forgot the dude's name, but um, it was after that fight people started calling for, just in the internet, like, what do you think if he went up against Morrell? And then that just took steam. I kept
You're
on
fucking
saying,
right. Nah,
I kept on saying
you're
people,
totally fucking right about that.
yeah, I kept on telling people, listen, Benavidez is my guy, but he's got a Morel problem. They're like, nah, what do you mean Morel? Morel, you talking about two different? Listen, you're not paying attention to the internet then, because a lot of people, even in the chat, saying David Morrell and Benavidez is not even a topic, but you're hearing people in the chat saying, "Oh, this would be a great fight, Morrell versus this, Morrell versus
You made
Benavidez,
a
or Morrell versus Canelo." And I was like, "Oh, slow your roll. Dude is nice, but he only got 6 fights, bro. What are you saying? This is a guy who's a 2-time champion and never
nah,
lost
you
either one of those
fucking
belts in the
you
ring."
you said something that stuck out to me, fam. You said something, bro. This is what you fucking said. You said that David Benavidez has more to lose than Morrell.
Yes, sir.
That's an absolute fact. David Benavidez had just beaten Caleb Plant, which everybody was like iffy on, right? You know, I'm with the shits, bro. I understand. But when he fucked around and beat Boo Boo Andre, the way he beat Boo Boo Andre, now we're looking at a guy that's for real.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So David Morrell has neither had a Plant or a Durrell or even an Andre on his record. But here's the but is that everybody sees the potential of David Morrell. Yeah.
Yeah, we all seen the potential. Like, I think his eighth fight was on the Tank versus Ryan undercard. He looked impressive in that fight. You feel what I'm saying? But I was still like, nah. Now for me, both of
You're
them being
fucking
that,
right though, man. That matters, man. That
yeah,
matters, bro.
yeah. So at the end of the day, so I look at, you know, Benavidez and Morel at 75 right now. And I say this. This is my fight agenda for David Benavidez if he wants to solidify himself as a true 75 pounder and work his way up to getting a belt legitimately without any weird shit.
Hey,
Give
hey, hey,
us
hey, brother,
give
can
us
I
the
politely ask you what's your name?
Mike
I'm sorry,
or
I can't.
AC.
AC?
Yeah.
Yo,
So
yo, AC, that's another thing, man. Is David Morrell fighting at a weight class that he's foreign to? You know what I mean? Like there's 170 or fuck, man. You know what I
168
mean?
a day. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
So that's a thing too, bro. That's a thing too. Like who's more accustomed to the upper? Because
And
they
this is why I'm calling for the fights that I'm calling for either like somebody's got to fight Buatsi, somebody's got to fight Anthony Yardy. You feel what I'm saying? You give us a victory over whether whoever wins this fight. I'm just gonna say whoever wins. You move
yeah
from here, and then you say, you know what? To show everybody I'm a dog, I'm gonna go after the dog at 75 and one of the dogs, and that's gonna be Anthony Yardy. After Yardy, let me test my hand with a true excellent boxer at that weight class in Buatsi. So you knock off those two names, people gonna automatically let you write your ticket and say, yeah, that dude deserves a shot at one of
just
the
to
belts.
hey brother, just to satisfy my boxing mind. Let me ask you a question because I don't know. Is Morrell going up in weight to make this fight,
Yeah,
or is it all good?
I
No, they
would say
both went up and
he's
wait for
going
their
up in
first fight.
weight.
Oh man, so there's a little challenge there, guys. Like all of us on the
No,
panel
no,
can
no, no. I'm
understand that.
sorry. They both
They
fought at
both went up
75. They
and
both
fought
got to
one
fight in
person.
at
So
75.
he fought Kalishik and Benavidez fought
That other guy, bro. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Gavadzik. Um,
Yeah.
so that was their both their fights was was their first fight at 75.
Because that little jump up in weight takes a little. It either takes a little bit off or it makes it fucking amazing. Like it could be good or bad, bro.
They both won
The
their
fight-
fights. They both won their fights cleanly, but it left a lot of questions for because those of us who are hardcore Benavidez fans, we were like, "Bro, how's you letting this dude tap your body like that? We never seen that from you
So,
before.
so I
We
will say
never
this.
seen him slow down in the second half." And Morrell
I
Hey,
will,
looked
and
frustrated.
arguably right there, but like, and I'm just bullshitting, but like they're both chasing Canelo in a sense, right? So it's like they got to move up and wait to catch this motherfucker.
you know what I think? I think that and I think this was healthy for Benavidez. I think he finally got past the monkey that was Canelo, man. I think that he got that off
Dude,
his back,
yeah.
and he said, "You know what? If it happens, it happens. But I'm going to make my mark, irregardless
Oh,
of him." And I think that was the best move for him because ultimately, if he can go up and get belts there, especially if he can gain all the belts there, then he has a leverage piece that Canelo will bite for
fucking
because it's
ain't
like
right.
putting the right
Yeah,
bait on the hook. He put that right cast master up there to attract the right fish. So he's hoping to do that. I agree with what my man is saying. As far as Morrell, I think that fight that he was talking about was either Idos or it was Hollywood Henderson, one of those two, because they were back to back.
they
But after the
both like
Idos, I think
between David and him, they both had like these average fights, but they both moved up in weight. That's why
Yeah,
well,
yeah. They
well,
both
that's
won their fights, but they looked there was some things that
they
was
didn't
left
look
out.
how they did the weight
Yeah,
class before.
yeah, they
they
Yeah,
didn't
didn't,
look like they looked
they
as
didn't. But
fluid
I
and
will say
solid.
this: I think Benavidez looked fared much better in his performance. He just broke down,
okay,
whereas
okay.
where because
Yeah, because
in the first 7 rounds it was a masterpiece.
yeah,
It was a
Damn, you
masterpiece.
guys know boxing. I love it, man. Fucking
yeah,
keep cooking, man.
and then after that, you when you look at Morrell's fight, Morrell looked frustrated.
He looked
Like he
frustrated, but
looked
I
like
think
he
the
couldn't
difference
figure the
was
guy out, and then they were just throwing wet pasta at the wall and see what stick.
but
But they both got their feet wet. Am I correct? They
Yeah,
both got
yeah,
their feet
uh
wet.
huh. And they both
for sure
won
against fair
pretty
competition
much
too.
every round, but Morrell just looked more suspicious. Like, bro, I think you should relax or
So,
either go back down to 68.
so this is what I think also factored into it, man. You know, the dude is young and he got bravado. He was in the fight after Benavidez, so he wanted to outshine Benavidez just to show people that I am this dude that y'all need to look, not him. And in the process, I think he was going in there trying to get a knockout instead of working his way through the fight so that the knockout may come to him. And that press left him open. And when he was open, my man was not playing around. He
Yeah,
was in there tapping that tail because
yeah,
he was
great
looking
counter
at
puncher.
the, you said what?
So,
I said,
so
dude was a
like,
great counter
I
puncher.
I
Yeah.
feel fairly confident. Check it out. I feel fairly confident that if Benavidez gets in any level of dogfight, and the dogfight usually comes in the second half of the fight, because fighters get a little tired. Things
Mm-hmm.
happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
You start fucking maneuvering your style into the fight. I think if Benavidez gets on his grind and he gets Morrell, like if Morrell is too cautious and he's too boxy, he's in trouble. What he's got to do, man, what he's got to do is them first 5 rounds, Morrell's got to set a tone where if every mistake you have to pay. And if Morrell can set that tone in the first 5 rounds, bro, it'll be very interesting because I think that David Benavidez is fighting the toughest fighter to date. I
I'm
do,
gonna
I do, I do.
I'm gonna say this for one of my keys of victory for Morrell to win. I just think you have to completely offset this dude and go back to your Cuban boxing
Mm-hmm.
heritage,
Oh,
and
fucking A right, bro. Yep,
bring out those Cuban boxing amateur tricks because
yep,
when it comes
yep.
down to it, Cuban boxing is the most dominant boxing force in amateurs.
It's
Once you
pure,
get to
dude.
the global stage, Cuban boxing runs circles around almost everybody. Next in line is probably USA and Russia. We probably tied with them.
Hey, check
You
this.
feel what I'm saying? But
I
that
feel you with
Cuban
that.
boxing style, it's fucking hard to beat, bro. And if you could master that and come up with a game plan for a Cuban fighter that
That's why.
that had
That's
that.
why earlier, man. That's why earlier I brought up Rigondeaux
Yeah,
versus Nonito. I know that was a fucking long time ago, but Nonito is
Rick
so
was my
used to
dude, bro.
getting these guys a little comfortable, and then he fucks them up. And Guillermo had that Cuban style that kept him on point all 12 rounds, bro.
Yeah,
So to continue to your point too that you were making, I think it's a phenomenal point, and it's definitely something that is a point of contention. He must embrace and he must accentuate his Cuban roots, man. And he needs to
yeah.
have that type of mentality
I'm
in
with
that
you,
fight.
bro. Good point. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think this fight closely resembles the other fight that I neglected to mention. I forgot was the Triple D AJ fight, where AJ was the more polished, more seasoned, better resume fighter, and Triple D was the guy that had a lot of potential. That if the potential came together, it could be a big night for him. I
Who's
think
Yeah,
Triple D? Hey, who's Triple D, brother?
Daniel
in this
Dubois.
fight it will be
Daniel
Morrell.
Dubois. Yeah, yeah, Daniel Dubois.
Oh,
Okay,
oh,
cool.
okay, oh, okay, yeah, Dubois. So in that fight, when you look at the buildup, Dubois kept his calm. He respected his opponent, and he had made everything a personal vendetta to say that I'm going to remain calm and I'm going to show you in the ring.
Now, could I piggyback off of what you're saying in saying this?
Y'all are cooking. Y'all are fucking cooking, man. I love it, bro.
Here's the crazy part. If you go back to if you watch a lot of UK fighters and or European fighters or whatever, I'm a person that does.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the first person who put me onto Daniel Dubois was Lawrence Okoli.
Okay.
Lawrence Okoli used to always talk big about Dubois and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that, and he was like, "Yo, hands down, he's one of the hardest punches I've ever sparred with or ever been in the ring with." He was like, "Yeah, you've been in there with
Oh, he been
AJ,
in the
and you've been
ring
in
with
there
him.
with." So he was like, "Not even close." When Dubois got his first card to where I think he was on his first big card, he was asked about AJ and stuff like that, and he was like, yeah, we were gonna do some work with him, but he decided to go another direction. And Dubois he was talking like he had a chip on his shoulder, like, yeah, I'm pissed off at the dude because he talked a good one, and then when we were supposed to get it in sparring and all of this other stuff, he backs out of it and tells me he don't want me in his gym and all this weird shit. So I was like, oh, there's a little thing between them. Oh,
Right. It sounds like it.
and
Yeah.
then throughout Dubois' rise, whenever one of those UK channels would ask him about an AJ fight, you kind of still heard that animosity, and you heard it on the same side when it came down to AJ being asked about Dubois. He told one reporter, he was like, "Yo, don't ask me that fucking question no more, man.
Yeah, man. Like,
I don't give a shit about that guy. Don't ask me that question again.
absolutely.
Respect me,
Absolutely.
man." And I was like, yo, this nigga AJ really in his feelings about Daniel Dubois.
Well,
Oh,
and
this
there's,
going if they
listen,
ever
listen,
fight,
man.
this gonna be good.
Listen, man. There's a reason for that because here's the one little variable that Daniel Dubois has over AJ. Listen, I'll be honest with you guys. I picked AJ to beat Daniel.
Okay.
I did not agree.
Okay, I picked him to beat Daniel, and then I ended up wrong. But I wasn't completely shocked either, because one thing I realized real fucking fast was that, and dude, not to sound corny, but Daniel had the eye of the tiger, man. Like,
Yeah.
he actually had the desire and the hunger to beat this motherfucker, to whereas Joshua was convinced that, and I hate to say it, man, mentally he was the superior fighter. Like, in Joshua's mind, you haven't been in the fights I've been. You haven't been in the fights I've been in. You haven't
On the
had the
stage
champion.
I've been in.
Right,
Yeah.
right. You haven't
Mhm.
had that. So I'm really the better fighter. As far as if I'm Joshua, his mentality is like, all I gotta do is get in shape to
But
beat you.
That
and he was
was
wrong, and
Joshua's.
he was fucking wrong, bro. Like
That was
Daniel
Joshua's
Dubois,
mentality, though.
Daniel had the punch, and he had the desire to knock you off your fucking stool, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Daniel was the when you really look at Daniel Dubois' career and look at you know what Frank Warren would say and how Frank Warren was moving him and stuff like that. You seen that Frank Warren said, "Listen, you guys got AJ right now, but I got Daniel Dubois, and Daniel Dubois is going to be more of the people's champ in the UK than Anthony Joshua." You feel what I'm saying? Because Frank Warren always said that Daniel Dubois was
mm,
the real deal, not something that was
because
manufactured.
you're a real fighter.
He was
You're
like, yeah,
living that old school fight life.
exactly.
That
So
old school fight life, bro. Not this Joshua like maintaining my status bullshit.
exactly. So at the end of the day, for for Daniel Dubois, he wants AJ's spot. He wants to be the man in the UK. He's like, yeah, I am that guy. I'm the next. I'm the next in line, or I'll take it. And when AJ decided to get in the ring with him, he was like, listen, take a shit or get off the pot. This is your chance to take it. You feel
Hey,
what I'm
listen,
saying?
and for what it's worth, I remember the fight. And here's the cool thing about that fight. First of all, Daniel got on his ass early. Secondly, the best of Joshua showed up for a glimpse, for a blink. If you were able to blink, if you remember that fight, just take a blink, bro. Joshua hit Daniel Dubois with his best punch. And the thing is Daniel had so much hunger and fuck you. He had the proper fuck you coming from my Irish ass, bro. That it wasn't enough. Like once Joshua hit him with his best shot, it didn't mean fuck all. It didn't mean nothing, man. Because
Yeah.
Daniel was on a mission. Like Daniel was on a mission.
Daniel,
And
I would say it like this: Daniel was on his uh. Why did I just forget this motherfucker's name?
It's my fault, bro.
No. I just forgot it just because I said
do
Daniel
you need
Dubois.
time to think about
Um,
it? Because if you do, I got some stuff to say.
who beat Mike Tyson?
Buster Douglas.
Yeah, Buster
Buster
Douglas.
Douglas.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Right,
say
right.
Daniel
No, okay, I
Dubois was
got you. I
on
got
his
you.
Buster Douglas shit that night, and it was
No,
I
absolutely.
put money on Daniel
Absolutely.
Dubois against any of the top heavyweights right now, and said Daniel Dubois would have won. He
Can't
was
hear
not
him.
gonna
Y'all
be
good?
denied that belt.
Yeah,
Okay.
man. Good. Hey, good shit, brother. You're right, man.
Think
That
he
So,
that's the
went out.
beauty of
There you go.
that's the
I can hear
beauty
him
of
now.
boxing, bro. That's the beauty of boxing. Daniel Dubois, he
Y'all can hear
knew
him?
he knew it was right,
yeah,
bro.
I didn't hear you, bro.
I heard you.
No, I thought I heard
Crush.
somebody say, "Y'all can y'all hear me?"
Yeah,
I thought
Crush.
that might have been Crush, man. Maybe that was Crush, bro.
Crush, you there, right? Well, I didn't mean to break up it, but let me add on this too. In that
Yeah.
fight, I think where it parallels with the fight with David Benavidez and the fight with Morrell is that you have one that is definitely accomplished, one that is polished, and one that has had a sheep dip load of talented fighters on their resume, and then you got one that is talented that has had some questionable fights in their career that didn't look all that great. Yeah, unfortunately for Dubois, he lost a couple, but you have like a great deal of potential and raw talent. So when you got them coming into that match, especially that match between them two, you had that one fight, and that one fight right there, it gave the best and the worst of Dubois, and it was the Usyk fight. In that fight, bro, I've never seen somebody outbox Usyk ever, but in that fight,
Yeah.
that Dubois was outboxing Usyk, and then he landed a beautiful body shot that they
Yeah.
called a low blow that was nowhere near a low blow, and it
Well,
effed
it
his
was controversial. Let's be honest. It was controversial, but I hear what you're saying. It was like, yeah.
Okay, so that the best thing about that is that we got this tool called YouTube, and we can go back and watch it half speed. And when you watch it half speed,
I've
it's
been there, man.
high,
I've
and that
been there.
bad boy was on the top of the belt line. It wasn't
No,
even
but
below the
you're
Right.
belt
not
line.
wrong, man. Daniel Dubois definitely like he arguably gave fucking gave Usyk that work, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, and
yeah.
in that fight, you seen the glimpse of something great in him, but then you saw, oh well, it didn't go his way, so he just tapped out. And that's what people remember more than anything is the tap out.
Yeah,
Because
Yeah.
once it didn't go his way, man, you could see it on his countenance, bro.
yeah.
It failed. He had this soak on his face, and he didn't have any. He didn't do anything that he was doing prior to that long ass 15-minute break he got. You
Well,
know what I'm saying?
think about the mountain. And it's not a mountain to us hardcore boxing fans, but think about the mountain that is Anthony Joshua. You know, Anthony Joshua is the heavyweight Canelo man, and Daniel Dubois exposed of him. He punked him out, bro. He beat him in the first 5 fucking rounds. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So he definitely deserves that Usyk fight, bro. Credit to you for acknowledging that
But I don't.
because
I'm gonna say I don't think he's going. I don't think he's gonna get the Usyk fight. I think
he may
Usyk.
not. He's
I
got
believe. I
Joseph
believe.
Parker in front of him, so that's a fight too, man. He's
Yeah.
got Joseph Parker in front of him.
Deal deal with Parker. Then let us see if you got the balls to go in there and take on the Bukoli.
Yeah, but dude who was talking a minute ago, because I'm sorry about names, guys. I'm sorry about that, but like he was definitely onto something when it came to like Daniel Dubois was not only boxing well versus Usyk, he arguably beat him, right? Like there's a
Yeah, he was
debate there. So
outboxing him until that moment. He was outboxing. He was ahead on all the cards.
Yeah, he definitely was.
And,
Definitely
and,
was.
and like I said, man,
he's a real heavyweight, man. He's a real heavyweight. He reminds me a lot of Frank Bruno, and I'm kind of waiting to see whether or not he's better than Frank Bruno.
yo, and
You know what I mean?
You know what,
I'm being
Bruno?
honest. I'm
Yeah,
waiting to
I
see
mean,
if are you better than
Frank
Frank
Bruno
Bruno?
was that guy.
Bruno
I'm not gonna
mind
lie,
wasn't
Frank
right.
Bruno was
If
that
his
guy,
mind
but
was right,
I
because he
think
had
he's a
all
little
the
No,
bit
it's
better.
not a bad comparison, guys. It's not a
No,
bad comparison.
it's not. I think I've always felt like Dubois. My opinion of Dubois, from looking at him when I first saw him and stuff like that, I felt he was, if Mike Tyson had like was a better boxer but still had the Tyson power, he would look like Daniel Dubois or box like Daniel Dubois. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh shit, that was good. That was good.
Because I'm gonna keep it a beam with you.
Yeah, but like a pure boxer, I don't listen. Listen, let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. I I gotta see like a hair more from Daniel. I think Daniel's the real deal, but Usyk pulled out the W. I don't, you know what I mean? Like let's see how he looks versus
I believe
Parker, bro.
I'm just gonna see. I'm gonna say this. I believe Usyk retires pretty soon. We're gonna hear an announcement probably.
you don't think
Yeah.
he
I'm
fight
just saying within the next
Justifiably so.
3 months.
Justifiably so.
3 months, we're probably gonna hear
so
something.
call it a quits? You done all this
Yeah,
yet?
because I don't
Not run
like
that back.
Okay, but is that
Frank
a
Warren
letdown?
wasn't
Is
even
that
in
a
the rush.
letdown?
No, Frank Warren wasn't even in the rush when he was saying, um, will there be a rematch after the Fury fight? One of the reporters ran up on Frank Warren and was like, "Yo, listen, are we gonna get a Daniel Dubois Usyk rematch? You feel what I'm saying?" And he was like, "Right now, I'm not even thinking about that. I just can't believe that decision, blah blah blah." But I'm not even thinking about that right now, and that's
Yeah,
why.
I'll be real with you. I think Usyk pulled out an honest dub, and this is why.
Decision. You talking about
This is
against
why.
Floyd?
This is why, because I think that Usyk pulled out an honest win versus Dubois. Not because Dubois' punch was bad. I think the punch that put down fucking Usyk, you could argue that like that was, you know what I mean, like that was a knockout. However, when Usyk did get up, he was vulnerable. His bitch ass was on the ground. I think Daniel was like a little less than he is now. I think Daniel's the best Daniel you got is what you got right now. The guy that beat Big Baby Miller, the guy that went in there and fucking he beat Big Baby Miller and then he
That
beat
was
somebody else.
That was a
Yeah,
beautiful performance. Him and Big Baby. I was like, yo,
yeah, man.
Shout
wow.
Like,
out to Big Baby. I didn't think Big Baby was gonna do as well as he did, bro. That's
and Big Baby
Yeah.
was cooking on him too. Like, Baby was hitting him with some shit, bro.
yeah, Baby could keep himself in some shit.
But Daniel pulled it out, bro. And then he won another big fight and became a champion. So you know what I'm saying? I don't know that Usyk got robbed in that fight. The thing is I would have liked to see Daniel capitalize on that knockdown. Okay, you knocked him down. It was a bad knockdown. You got your issues, but why you should have capitalized on that knockdown, bro?
Okay, see, this is the thing, though, bro, and this is where he becomes vulnerable in any match. He felt like in that match that was a clear knockdown, one that my man couldn't get up from that fight. If it was a 10 count, he was not going to be able to get up. That man didn't get up for 15 minutes. He was on that ground for like 10 minutes. I'm gonna be real with you. I think it was like 9 minutes and some change.
It was, but it was arguably like a fucking nut shot. You
Yeah,
know what
but
I mean?
you've been hitting the nuts before. You know the reaction you have when you
And
get
it's
hit in the
not
nuts.
good. Yeah, right. Exactly.
If you played football, or if you ever took one to the solar plexus, you know what kind of
mm,
reaction you get, and that's the
mm,
reaction that he gave on that ground, the solar plexus.
facts.
He
Facts.
didn't get the one that was to the nuts, and that's the only problem I have with Usyk. Because I will say this: when they got going, Usyk dominated that fight from that point forward. No doubt about that. I think a lot of it was
That's
because
all I'm saying, man. That's all I was saying is I think that
you're
Daniel had the
absolutely
upper hand there. I think
you
he had the upper
absolutely
hand to
right.
finish the show.
You absolutely right, and I think that that's where Dubois worries me because that little imbalance that will allow you, even though you had everything work, you forgot everything that you did because it didn't go your way, and you quit. He checked out on the fight. He checked
Right,
out.
because you're gonna run across a lot of controversies, bro, in the fight game, bro.
So I saw the good and I saw the bad of him, and you want to know if he get in adversity, what will show up? Would a good show up or would a bad? And then these next couple of fights showed me that, hey, bro, yo, even in spite of all of that stuff, man, when he's focused, he's a problem.
Well, and
So
that's the thing. That's the thing. He truly. That's the thing. I just want to lay out. I just want to lay that out. He truly grew from that Usyk fight. Like he's a better fighter today. He's more dominant, dude. He beat the fuck out of AJ, and
he
I
did.
picked AJ to beat him. And in hindsight, when I look back, AJ fought some not easy fights, bro, but kind of like the right fights. When he ran into Daniel Dubois made a fucking point. He made a point. So like Daniel fucking learned from that Usyk fight, bro. Like he's more dangerous now than ever. I like Joseph Parker, bro. I like Joseph Parker.
That's who
But
I'm
if
talking about.
Daniel can keep this shit going and he gets Joseph Parker out of there,
Yeah,
hey, he's knocking at the door, bro. He's
yeah.
knocking at the door like, yo, give me that rematch. Give
For
me
sure,
that
no,
rematch.
for sure, for sure. If he knocks him out, if he knocks Parker out, because in the heavyweight division, second to Usyk, the person who's been doing the most work has been Parker. And if he knocks Parker out, then given the way that the fight transpired the first time around, given how some people feel like it wasn't, that's the one thing I love about Floyd. If it was any kind of doubt, he was in that ring again.
Yeah, dude, and people forget that Floyd was active, whether they like it or not. They can say what they want to say. Floyd was always looking for the next fight, bro. You know what I mean? So, hey, I agree with you, man. And the thing is, man, you got Joseph Parker for what it's worth. He's on I think a 6 winning streak, 6 wins in a row, man. He's got Big Bang Zhang, and he beat Deontay Wilder. And now he's looking at this fucking Daniel Dubois fight, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And
For sure.
Parker's been uh, a sleeper for me since I felt he was he was robbed in his fight with AJ. Because
He
every
was.
time it seemed that he was getting off good work on AJ, the ref would break him up. I was like,
It's funny how the cards play out, like when it all comes down to it, man. Like Parker's been on a good little run, man.
yeah,
So we'll see.
Yeah, I've been a fan of Parker for a minute, and he's had some hiccups that made me question a couple of things that he was doing basically outside the ring, in making
Right.
fights and stuff like that.
Hey, brother,
You-
interesting fact: Joe Joyce beat Daniel Dubois, and Joe Joyce beat fucking Joseph Parker. Right.
yeah,
So,
uh-huh, yeah. So it was more for me when he was basically kind of in negotiations with Wilder and then walked away from the unification with Wilder to go after the big fight in the UK. You can't get really mad at that because it was a business move on his part, and PBC wasn't offering him that kind of money and to fight AJ
for sure, man, he
in
kind
a
of had to
huge
build his
stadium and shit like that. I
he
mean,
had to build his stock back up to even get.
yeah,
Yeah,
and then look at what Granted, it happened later, but you did have an oppressive boxing showing against Deontay Wilder and stuff like that. But outside of that, Parker is now he turned some sort of corner to where now he's in a top five of you know top five of best heavyweights. He's the guy that can easily upset the cart or upset the plans, whatever other fighters' plans may be. And I'm gonna say this: listen, I give Dubois the slight edge, but I still hold the same concerns that yeah
me
you
too.
showed us
Me
that
too. Yeah,
in
man.
your last
Yeah,
two
man.
fights that you were able to turn the corner and stay focused and not give us that quitting stuff. You feel what I'm saying? But you know, Parker's gonna bring the fire to you, bro, because Parker don't want to be denied at this point. He wants a championship belt back. You know what I'm saying? So it's not going to be an easy fight for Dubois. It's not even going to be an easy fight for Parker. You know what I'm saying? Because they're both on some shit right now that I'm not going to be denied. And I guess Dubois' attitude going in the fight is, I'm just not going to be a belt holder, a guy who gets the belt and then loses it. In my first title defense. So it's going to be an interesting fight. It's going to be a good fight. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of
Oh, yeah,
fights that I'm looking at that could be fight of the year candidates, and this is one of them. What was you saying, Crush? My bad.
that's definitely gonna be a hell of a fight. I can't wait to see it, man. I can't wait to see it.
Oh hell yeah, hell yeah! I want to see
What
what
fight
both
is
these
that?
dudes bringing to the table.
Hey, listen, you guys are some brilliant boxing minds, man, and you're right on point, man. Listen, um, if Daniel, here's the thing about Joseph Parker. To make it fun, man, to make it fun. Here's the thing: is Joseph Parker's not the biggest puncher in the heavyweight division. What he is, bro, is crafty. Like for what it's worth, bro, he's crafty. He knows how to box.
Yeah, the thing.
And Joshua really didn't. Joshua wanted to walk through Daniel, bro. Like Joshua wanted to set a tone and a precedent, and it didn't work out for him. If Daniel Dubois can prove to me that he can punish a guy that's willing to box, man, now I'm looking at him like a little different. So I kind of want to see this fight, bro. I need to see this fight, bro.
See the problem, then like one of my keys to victory for Joseph Parker. Your footwork is 10 levels above what Dubois has to offer.
It's
So
true. Look how he fought Wilder. Look how he fought Wilder. He was
yeah,
in the Tyson Fury
you
training
took
camp.
away all Wilder's power by just
That's
using
all he did,
your
man.
feet.
Yeah, he
You took
took
it all
all
away
that shit away, man.
by just using his feet. So at the end of the day, you have the ability and you have such smart feet that you could take a guy's power away from him, one of their biggest assets, just by using your feet. And Parker does have a great jab because Andy, when that fight with him and Andy Ruiz, that's a for some people, I don't know how deep they're boxing fans, but that was a great fight. That's a legendary fight to me right there.
Which
Although
one was, my friend? Which one?
I was saying the fight between Joseph Parker and Andy Ruiz.
Oh,
Mm,
oh yeah, no,
You
that
feel
was.
mm.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. I do. I
Uh,
hear
Listen,
you.
you know what, man? I want to say something too. You made a point something way back. I'm gonna take it back to that fight because you're right about the Parker Dubois fight. That's a good style clash. But you said something going into to the fight with AJ that was very pertinent, and I think also led to what we saw in the ring. You said that when you had somebody asking AJ about the fight, he got emotional and started calling the names and things like that. And then when you see into the build up on that promo video that they did, and they was having that sit down, he got
yeah.
emotional there.
Yeah,
He
I
stepped, in-
remember that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
he stepped into that ring filled on emotion, whereas my man Triple D was calm, cool, and collected. And I think you saw that too, because like you said, he did catch Triple D. And instead of Triple D flying off of emotion, he composed himself and then right within a couple of seconds, wow, hit him with something that he wasn't even ready for because he was too busy trying to put the emotion all in one, especially after the earlier knockdown. And I think that,
Mm,
that's the thing that you gotta be. One thing that made Floyd great is that even in the height of emotion,
mm.
he had reserve calm in the ring.
That's right. Composure. Composure.
Composure is it's like you remember the fight where Sweet Pea was down on the cards, got knocked down twice or
Chavez.
something like that.
Chavez.
No, it was a what was the bro? What's his name? Crush, the one
Which one?
the Dominican dude he was fighting or whatever his name was. He was down on the cards and he won it in the last round. He knocked him through the ropes. And he was
Oh,
losing
you
that
talking
whole
about
fight, bro. And he had got put down twice. And he needed that 12th round to do something special, man. And then all that moment where everything going against him, he not having his best performance, man. He had the resolve to say, "Oh, he's doing this, so this is what I'm gonna do to take advantage of it." And he got
Hey
him up in.
man, you guys can kind of like definitely get a piece of this if you want. What I want to see versus Daniel and Joseph is I want to see Daniel show me his IQ. Because what I think that Daniel Dubois has going for him is the eye of the tiger. I think he's got power and I think he wants to fucking win. But but I want to see the IQ. I want to see that IQ, bro. You know what I mean? And that'll show me in the Joseph Parker fight, bro.
No, Joseph Parker gonna bring the heat. If he ain't got a ring IQ, he gonna get his ass beat.
Well, that's what I'm talking about with Daniel,
Yeah,
though. It's like I
Yeah,
love
because
Daniel, and I
he's
want to
gonna
hop
have
on the
to.
Daniel bandwagon and ride with him.
Here's the
But
thing. He's gonna have to figure out this. We're gonna know whether what kind of IQ he has or not if he can go in there and punch where
what if
Parker
right,
where Parker's gonna be, not where Parker is. If we
right?
see him missing a
Because
lot,
Joshua
that
was there to
means
be
he
hit, man.
yeah,
Joshua was there to be hit, man.
exactly.
I'm not so
Anthony
sure Joseph
Joshua
will be, bro.
Yeah, Anthony Joshua was there to be hit. Joseph Parker will not be there to be hit. And when you make mistakes with Joseph Parker, he has the ability to make you pay because
What the fuck? Yeah,
that's what he was
yep.
doing to AJ. And then when he would start to get off and stuff like that, the ref kept on breaking it up. And I was like, wow, all right,
yeah, that's how he won that
he's
fight
not
with
going
That's
to
Daniel.
win this
facts,
fight.
bro. That's what
He
I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking at. Like I'm a fan of Daniel Dubois, but I kind of want to see how he deals with a fucking slick, smart boxer. Because Joshua, yeah, man, Joshua went in there with some arrogance, like I'm fucking Anthony Joshua. You know what I
How
mean? And he
dare
got
you talk
cooked. He
about
got cooked for
me?
that.
Yeah, yeah, he came up in there with that false bravado, like, how dare you put me and him in the same context? He's beneath me. He came in
And
there like he's
I believe
beneath
that. I believe that's true. I believe that's true.
yeah, and he paid for it.
me. Absolutely. And what you said about Parker, it showed up in that Zilly Zane fight. Because if you take away the fact that Zilly Zane banged him a couple of times, he controlled every other moment of that fight.
Well,
Yeah.
and respect to Parker, the fact that when Zilly Zhang, listen, you guys remember, Zilly Zhang literally knocked down Parker twice, and he still was able to get a fucking he didn't knock out Zhang. He got a unanimous decision because he beat the fuck out of Zhang for both of those knockdowns, right? Like that's why he never knocked out Zhang, bro. He got not, dude. It is okay. I'm a little loud. I'm trying to keep it together. You get knocked down 2 times in a fight. That's a fight that's hard to lose. That's a fight that's hard to win. For me, bro, when Parker won that fight, getting knocked down 2 times, that's like Marquez Pacquiao, right? Like this guy got a victory after getting knocked down twice, bro. You know what I mean? So Parker's got a good IQ, bro.
Oh,
Oh hell
absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. It's what my man was talking about. He got a way of making you pay. If you make mistakes, he'll make you pay for it. That's how he was able to get that Zhang fight. Because Zhang was over there making a lot of mistakes. And when he didn't connect, oh, he was paying for it.
Yeah. Look how he dismantled Wilder. Had that man looking crazy.
Dude, he killed Wilder, and I picked
Every
Parker.
mistake that Wilder could make, it
Yeah,
was like,
yeah.
oh, you gonna do some stupid shit like that? Okay, whole list then.
Dude. Listen, and you guys can call me crazy. I'm just a fun boxing fan. You look at Fury Wilder two, and you look at Parker Wilder, very, very fucking similar.
Yeah,
A
because
lot of
he
feints,
brought him
a
in.
lot of feints, a lot of not committing. You know what I mean? Like Parker didn't commit and leave his face out there. Parker just kind of let him break himself down, man. Yeah.
Wilder, I I was always a big fan of Wilder. There's a little bit of bias to it because a lot of times he fought in Brooklyn.
Well, he's
My
exciting.
youngest
Wilder
child's
was
mother,
exciting, man.
yeah, my youngest child's mother would do his hair most the fights that he would fight in Brooklyn and stuff like that. So outside of that personal bias, I've always felt like this, and I've never felt that if
I
I was
appreciate your
alone with him.
honesty, man.
Yeah, I never felt that if I was alone with him, I would ever ask him this question. But my question to him would have always been, why, uh, in working with Mark, was there some sort of complexity that didn't allow you to properly defend when someone is clinching with you?
Yeah, yeah.
Like how to break that clinch and not get caught up in it,
Hey,
because you got
listen.
fighters like Dev Shakur, um, Tank, Bud Crawford. Like when guys try to clinch with them at times, you'll see them put their forearm to the chest or to the neck area and force the head back. So you're trying to reach and whatever. You see Francis Ngannou do it to Tyson Fury when Tyson
Mm,
Fury tried to clinch with him. Tyson Fury could never clinch with Ngannou because Ngannou's a grappler. He knows grappling, so he knew how to use your own body, and even though you had the longer
yep.
reach, he completely stopped you from clinching with him and laying on him with all of that weight. This is something Wilder never ever learned. People say, oh, he could have ran or did. No. Uh-uh. If he would have learned how to defend
Here's a
against someone clinching against him, he wouldn't have been getting caught on the ear that many times by Tyson Fury. You
facts.
got damn near 300-pound dude constantly punching you in your ear every time you think you're defending a clinch with him, or you try to clinch and you don't know how to properly clinch. All you're doing is just leaving your head down to the side, where this dude could just pick them long ass arms up and just drop it on you. Boop. That shit is gonna
Yeah, man.
disorient you. That's why he kept on
I
getting
really,
dropped
I
early
think
in the fight.
I think you're doing boxing a justice by saying what you said because let me piggyback off that, okay? So like here's a lot of respect that Deontay Wilder people don't give him that he deserves. Okay? So like Deontay Wilder, absolutely. There's no doubt about it. I've been watching boxing since 1995. That's when I started watching boxing, and we're in 2024. Happy New Year.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, man. Deontay Wilder brought the heavyweight, he put eyeballs back on the heavyweight division. He was a fucking problem as far as I'm concerned because I love the Gypsy King. He fought the best fucking boxer at the heavyweight division 3 times, and he was a problem in every single fight. Like Deontay Wilder has an element about him. If you know the history of boxing, have any of you guys ever heard of Jack Bear?
Yeah.
You know Cinderella Man, like Cinderella Man the movie.
Uh-huh.
That's who Deontay Wilder is, manifested in like the new era.
I'm gonna say it like
You
this.
know what I'm saying though, bro? You hear me, bro?
Yeah, I hear you, and I'm gonna
Jack
piggyback off of
Jack
that.
Bear, bro. Like that's how Wilder was, bro. Like even to this day, bro. Like fucking Deontay Wilder made the heavyweight division exciting. And no matter how fucking skilled you are, Deontay Wilder had a special ability. You know, so I just want I guess what I'm getting at, bro. I know it's late at night. Is I give Wilder his credit, bro.
No,
This
I
is the
give
guy.
him I give him
Yeah,
his credit too because
yeah,
I say it
yeah,
like this. I say, listen, he was a member with only a year and a half of boxing, a member of the 2008 Olympic boxing team. Two of his teammates were Mr. Gary Russell and Demetrius Andrade. Neither one of them medaled. Wilder was the only one that medaled. You feel what I'm saying? He has 10 title defenses in this era.
yeah. But not bad knowledge
Hear,
though.
hear me
Not
hear
bad
me out.
wisdom there. Like coming off the back of from Andrade is not bad wisdom. You know what I
No, no,
mean?
no, no. But hear me out. Now, I always point this out when people say he's trash. I'm like, but he's an Olympian who did medal in a class where no other person medaled but Deontay Wilder in that 2008 boxing Olympic team. Outside of that, he has 10 title defenses. If it was so easy against all the soup cans you guys try to say, why didn't AJ have them? Why didn't Tyson Fury have it? And now the belts have transferred to a Usyk. Usyk doesn't have the time. Fury didn't have the time. AJ had the time along with Wilder. But when you spend a lot of time rematching a guy you already beat, those don't really add up like that. You feel what I'm saying? Although you can add them
I
because
do, dude. I
there's
do.
still a
I
title
do.
defense.
I actually think that yeah, I do feel what you're saying, bro, because I actually think that Fury's toughest fights weren't Usyk. I think Usyk's a cunt. I think Usyk's a pain in the ass to fight. But you know what I think the fear, like the soul, like in your soul, bro, where you got that fear. I think every single time Tyson Fury fought fucking Deontay Wilder, he had that little like subconscious fear in the back
Fury,
of his. You know what I'm saying, bro?
yeah, Fury
You
been
know what I'm
knocked down.
saying, bro?
Fury been knocked down 8 times in his career.
Like
Eight
no,
times in
and
his
there's
career.
that, but it's just fighting Wilder. It's
Yeah,
just fighting a
hold
good
on. Let me say
Wilder.
this. Fury's been knocked down 8 times in his career. 5 of those times belong to one person, Deontay.
Let's go, dude. Now, okay,
That's
so you get what
fucking.
I'm saying. You get what I'm
That's
saying.
when you kind of look at that complete dynamic and stuff like that, and
Yes.
then you say to yourself, all right, this guy only got into it just to do whatever he was going to do for his
What
daughter,
the fuck?
have a
Right.
spinal test for them. I would have said, you know what? After the
Yeah,
first Tyson Fury, after the draw with Tyson Fury or
yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
I probably would have got out of boxing.
Yeah, no matter, dude. They can hate on
Nobody's gonna
Wilder,
take
dude,
nothing
dude, dude.
away from you, bro.
They can hate on Wilder all they want, but he
Oh,
was
he never
sharp.
did this, he never did that. It's like that shit don't fucking matter.
Yeah,
At the end of
man.
the day,
Yeah,
he's
man.
got 10 title defenses, a bronze medal. He did what he needed to do for his daughter. That's it. You feel
Well,
what I'm
and
saying?
there's a little let's give it a smidget more. Here's one thing that Wilder does have that will last, and that when you look at the great heavyweights of old and you go in the history of heavyweights, Wilder actually had a really good jab. So he's a jab right hander. Like Wilder is a jab right hander, and guess who else was a jab right hander? Larry Larry
Yeah.
Holmes was
Hmm.
also a jab right hander.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like fucking Fury dealt with the worst Deontay Wilder. Usyk never had to fuck with that Wilder. Listen, Usyk could jab and bounce around and do all that shit. But Usyk never tasted a right hand from
The
fucking Wilder.
boxer, the
Fury
boxer.
Fury tasted a right hand from Wilder in 3 different fights, bro. Come on,
Yeah,
bro.
like the best boxing match a person can ever see from Deontay Wilder. The best boxing
He
match
had a great jab. He has a good jab, Wilder.
where you just see him box and you say, all right, now I see why this guy was an Olympian. Is if you go back and you look at his first fight with Bermain Stavern. He fucked his shit up and had to box. He couldn't let
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
he
Yeah.
couldn't put no power behind the right hand. You feel what I'm saying? So he had to
Yes, I
keep the
do. Yes,
box.
I do.
He showed that, hey, I got more than the right hand because look at the damage of what this hook is doing. The hook is what sat, if I remember correctly, it was the left hook that sat Bermain Stavern down in the first fight.
Well, and you remember, listen, everybody thinks Tyson Fury is like so full of shit. But Tyson Fury he said that I fought the most dangerous heavyweight in the last 10 years. Fury said that multiple occasions.
Yeah,
He might have been outboxed by a clever Russian Usyk, and he was. Yeah, that's fine. But I don't know that Usyk has ever been in there with a guy that when he touches you, your fucking brain goes, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah, like Wilder is our George Foreman, bro.
yeah. This generation's George Foreman, and you could also put, you know, who might be uh who might be just as powerful as him, but I really want to see some more fights from him. Is
Hey
Mark
yo,
Napoli?
shout out to Crush Boxing. Thank you for letting me on the panel. I really hope I didn't take over or fuck up the panel, man.
Nah, bro. We just talking boxing, man. This is how we do.
Hey, I feel like we're on to something, man. Like I think there is definitely a space to give Wilder his credit. You're
No,
talking
if
about a guy with an eraser, like a legit eraser,
like
bro.
here's the thing, he was getting the shit beat out of him by Arthur Spilka,
He was.
the Polish
Yep,
dude.
yep, he was.
Arthur
He was.
Spilka was yo. Arthur Spilka had Deontay Wilder's eye looking crazy. I was like, they gonna stop this fight, man. I think this is the first time I'm actually seeing this dude lost. And
What the
Spilka
fuck?
started styling on him. He
Yeah, yeah,
started
yeah.
styling on him and shit like that.
And when
After
he
Spilka, you know, and then Mark whispered some shit in his ear. He goes out in the next round and then stops him. I was like, oh, this, whoa,
yeah, man, like Wilder was a
whoa.
dude. I'm the only motherfucker out here in these YTBC streets that's gonna bring up Max Bear. Do you remember Max Bear, Cinderella Man?
Yeah, I remember the movie.
Dude, fucking 30 years later, we got Deontay Wilder. I'm telling you, Max Bear killed motherfuckers in the ring. That's how hard his right hand was, bro. Like, so that's all I'm saying is credit to Deontay Wilder, bro, because you could outbox Wilder for the first 4 rounds, but if he lands one on you, you're out of there, bro. And Fury to his fucking little Fury to his pedigree or whatever, bro. He was able to overcome it, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's not easy to do. Like Usyk, Usyk's a great fighter, but
Yeah,
Daniel Dubois, um, close fights with Tyson Fury. Who else? who else did he have? You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I fuck with Usyk. Usyk's a great fighter, man. But it's hard. It's kind of hard for me because I feel like Fury had 3 fights with a guy that could literally like put you in a wheelchair. Like Fury had 3 fights with a guy that can put you in a wheelchair, bro.
God damn, they fought about the same weight almost.
Fucking Wilder puts you in a wheelchair for life, bro. He has you eating out of straw, bro. Who did Usyk, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Man, credit to Usyk, man. He got the Fury wins, but he caught Fury coming off of 3 Wilder fights, bro.
Whoa, Max Baer fought a dude named Wilson Dunn. Wilson's Dunn record was 104 wins, 38 losses, and thirteen draws. Like,
What?
who the fuck fights
Right.
as a professional?
We're just putting, dude, we're just having fun on a new, by the way, shout out to Crush. We're having fun. We're putting shit into perspective, bro.
Oh shit! He fought a dude, Primo Camara. At that time, he was 209 pounds. They let this dude come in at 263.25 pounds. The dude was 78-6.
That's what I'm saying,
Max
man.
Baer stops him.
It's like Max Baer wasn't the most technical fighter, but if he touched you, and in 12 rounds he's gonna touch you, he fucking, you know what I mean? Like your fucking spinal cord gets disconnected from your brain, bro.
Yeah, he had that. He had that. That Marciano and fucking Jack Johnson type power.
Well, I give Wild, for what it's worth, I don't like the way Wilder moved. I'll be honest. Like a lot of shit Wilder did, I'm not gonna get into. But he definitely had that punishment aspect. Like Wilder was a problem. He's a dangerous motherfucker, bro.
Yeah. Wow. He fought at time. Wow.
Yeah.
74-25. He fought a
Man, you
big.
fight Deontay Wilder 3 times, bro. You got a pair of nuts on you, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. To go in there even after the doctor. And I thought the third fight was the best fight between the two of them. I was like, that's the best you're gonna get. Both of them left their
Can you,
entire souls in that ring
hey, bro,
to want that third
can you
fight.
believe Fury got up in the 12th round on that first fight, bro?
I'm I'm a
It's
bit
fucking nuts, man.
I'm a bit different on that because
No, you're good. I just like, it
I
was a
said,
moment. It was a
yeah,
moment, man.
it was a moment, but when the ref was interviewed later and he said he gave Fury extra time because it was a championship fight, I was like, that's not your job. Your job was to count the fucking 10. You feel what I'm saying? That's all you had to do was just
I
count
do
the
feel
10.
what you're saying. It was a long count, but here's the thing, man.
But I've seen it. Let me just keep it a buck with you. I've seen so many different fighters in so many different ways that the refs give a lot of fighters
Well,
a,
sure,
a long a
right,
long count because when they keep checking back and keep trying to tell you to point over in another corner, that's more time you're getting a rest. So that 10-8, that 8 count may now be like a 15 count or 20 count.
right, and I agree with you. So let me just for fun, man. Happy New Year. Let me give you a counterpunch. Here's my counterpunch to you, bro. Here's the thing, man. Yes, he gave Fury a long count, but when Fury did get up, he arguably won the rest of the round, so clearly he wasn't finished, man, right? Like, so that's the crazy thing is when he did get up, he boxed really well, is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying is he boxed like so fucking well when he got up in that 12th round. And what I'm saying is it makes the argument that maybe it was a proper call. Because if Fury was really done, he should have been done. How in the fuck did he get up a second out of 10, 11th second, not the 10th second? He got up in the 11th second. And then he went on to fucking look good. Like he looked good for the rest of the round. He arguably won the fucking
No, I'm not.
round.
Yeah, I'm not debating that.
That's all I'm saying, though, bro.
That's
Maybe
an
it was a good
interesting,
call. Maybe it was a good call on the ref.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I've never really looked at it and just said to myself, well, maybe it was a good call.
yeah,
Maybe
bro.
it was a
Because
good
you're
call
supposed
based
to be
on
a finished. You're supposed to be finished. This motherfucker gets up and boxes all good, bro.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah. So at the end of the day, it just also goes to show, all right, um, in the third fight when they both was knocking each other down and shit like that, that told the whole story. And when I seen Fury get up and be able to continue to box and shit like that, I was like, okay, it is what it is.
like a dude,
Fury got a beard.
it was like beyond boxing. It was like at that point, it was like a spiritual fucking warfare or something, man.
Yeah,
Because they had two more fights after that, right? Like
yeah,
it was
like
like spiritual, like between them two, man.
yeah, definitely.
Fury went through all that, and then there's this cunt, Alexander Usyk, who's this fucking annoying, pesky, perfect little fucker. He's like Lomachenko. Like, fuck, man. I literally got through fucking Wilder, who's a monster, and now I'm dealing with this pesky fucking Usyk, man. So, like, it's you know what I mean. I
Yeah,
just look at it.
Usyk is was a problem. I never had Fury beating Usyk,
Hey, bro,
and
you're
I
a
was
real one.
saying,
That's all I know is you're a real one.
yeah,
I'm talking about, yeah.
I was still like, listen, Wilder's my guy, but fucking Usyk can box his ass off, and if Wilder was struggling with fucking Spilka, bro, I don't know what he gonna
Right.
listen. He gotta time that shit perfect, just like he did with Spilka to be able to catch Usyk and actually sit Usyk down. Because I seen David Hay hit Usyk with some shit, and he just like kind of ate it and kept on
Did
doing
you
his
really?
thing.
Was
I'm like,
hey,
what
bro? Was
the
that some good
fuck?
sparring? Was that like sparring footage or something?
No, that's when they fought.
David Hay and Usyk fought, bro.
Alexander Usyk was the person that gave David Hay his first loss. Beat the dog shit out. Beat the brakes off him. I'm not gonna say the dog shit, but beat the brakes off
Nah,
him.
you're straight, bro. Forgive me, forgive me. I'm a little confused right now. So you're telling me Alexander Usyk took beat the fuck out of David Hay? Is that
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Oh, bro,
When
I
they was
never
when
knew
he
that,
got
bro. I'm not so sure
junior
about
heavyweight.
that, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Let me see what
I
I
don't
don't
think
remember if it
Usyk
was a
fought David
TKO
Hay, man.
stoppage or something. I don't remember the exact whatever, but um, I was this is when I was heavy in the kitchens and doing a lot of
Well,
traveling.
hey,
So
bro, that's all.
the night
You're
the
the
fight
man.
came on,
You're the man. I
I
just
missed the fight.
I never heard that David Hay beat Usyk. I've never heard that before.
No,
Maybe I'm
David Hay
wrong.
never beat Usyk.
Okay,
Usyk
okay.
beat David Hay.
Yeah, but I didn't even know they fought. Is my point. Like I never knew that
Okay.
they fought, bro. Nah, they never fought, bro. They didn't fight, bro.
They fought at light heavyweight, bro.
I'll tell you what. I know Tyson Fury shook David Hay out of his fucking boots, and two different fights
Might have
with
been
David.
Tony Bellew. I might be getting David Hay mixed up
That's
with.
all. No, you got it. Yeah, it's Tony Bellew. Yep, yep. David Hay wasn't in that mix, homie.
Yeah, yeah. I got it mixed up.
No,
It
but
was
I hear
Tony
you. I hear
Bellew.
you. No worries, man. I got you, bro.
He beat the brakes off of Tony Bellew.
He beat the brakes off of Tony Bellew. Yeah, Usyk's a different kind of monster, bro. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
that's a technical.
Yeah,
Um,
it was Klitschko that beat the brakes off of David
dude,
Hay.
hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. Believe in what I'm telling you. Believe in what I'm telling you. Fucking fighting Usyk is a pain in the ass. Like he's a pain in the ass fighter. It's like fighting Mauricio Herrera. It's like fighting Paulie Malignaggi. He's a fucking pain in the ass to fight.
Yeah, right there.
When it came to Wilder and Fury, they were right there challenging each other's egos.
Yeah,
Your ego versus my fucking ego. Your alpha male versus my alpha male. Who's the better fucking fighter?
Yeah, that's what. Now, here's
Yeah.
why I got it
Fucking
confused.
yeah. Fucking Usyk beat Fury, but he never beat him spiritually. He
Yeah,
never beat him spiritually. He outboxed him. That's all he did. That's all
this
he
is
did.
this is why I got it confused because it was David Hay and Tony Bellew that went at it with each other back to back. You feel what I'm saying?
That's right. That's
Um,
right. That's right.
right? Um, uh, and he beat him twice. TKO'd him twice. You feel what I'm saying?
And
He
I
beat
could be
David
wrong,
Hay
my boy.
twice,
I could be wrong,
and
my boy.
then
But those
and and then Usyk comes in and he destroys Tony Bellew. Bellew beats Hay twice, and then
yeah, yeah, yeah. That now
Usyk
you're on
beats
it.
him.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, that's why I got it. I knew
That's
there
right.
was some sort of round robin between these
Yeah, and
guys,
I
but I
wasn't
just
I
couldn't.
wasn't gonna give you shit about it because I knew you were cooking. Like I wasn't gonna give you shit about it because I knew you were cooking. You were
Nah,
just like
sometimes it's okay because we as fight fans sometimes we may conflate
we get a fighter
timelines or
mixed up, man.
conflate the fight. Like I thought it was this. No. You absolutely right. You absolutely right. And that's the cool thing about like when Crush was talking, like coming over to what's the name, you
Right,
we
right.
will always correct each other, and it's nothing but love because it's like we all want to
Yeah, because I
walk
do
away
I
with strong, solid talking points that if we do get in a debate with somebody else that don't
that's
know
right.
it, we could just keep
Yeah,
hitting the boom, boom, boom.
I knew the point you were making, so it
Yeah,
didn't matter to me that like yeah.
yeah, but that was a whole. I watched that whole little like tournament style of what was going on with Usyk when Usyk became undisputed and shit like that, and it came down to like those three guys and shit. I was like,
Hey
oh,
bro,
they got
just so it's
picked
known,
off.
this is what I'm telling motherfuckers out here, bro. This is what I'm telling people out here. Credit to Usyk, he beat Fury. All right, this is what I'm telling dudes out here, bro. Yeah, he beat Fury, but he didn't beat him like that, bro. You know what I mean? Like he didn't put Fury in check. He and none of his fights did he put Fury in check, bro. In my opinion. In my opinion, he never put Fury in check. He beat Fury in a close fight and he beat him on points. But as far as I'm concerned, man, Tyson Fury can fucking he could fight dude, he could fight AJ tomorrow and it's all good.
I still
I don't think Fury has taken this like devastating loss. It's not like the Devin Haney loss where Devin Haney lost to Ryan, you know what I mean? It ain't like that, bro. Like to
right
me, Fury's still standing tall, bro.
because Fury fought like a dog in
Yeah,
both
and I
in
could be
both the
wrong.
fights
Maybe
and
I'm wrong,
his.
bro. Maybe I'm wrong, bro. But I think
He,
Fury fought like a dog, bro. Like he
yeah, no, he did fight like a dog. Those type of performances, you don't. There's really not that much you lose unless you're talking to an asshole, not a person that can appreciate
right.
two of the
Okay,
best
yeah,
best going at it.
like a casual, bro.
Yeah, he took an L and just he owns him and he lives in his head. No. I'm not even gonna go
Nah,
there with
nah,
you, bro.
nah. Like in
Listen, those are
In
two
Fury's
excellent
mind,
fighters. I have
Fury
no
can
issue
sleep
with
at
Errol.
night, bro.
I
Yeah,
have
Fury can sleep at night, bro.
yeah, I have no issue with Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. You feel what I'm saying? I'm still an Errol Spence fan, even though all along I
Yeah,
was always telling.
Spence is nice. I think Crawford beat Spence a little more convincingly than Usyk beat Fury.
Oh, definitely, like that.
But it doesn't change the fact that Spence ran into Terrence Crawford and he like that was it. That's all. Like that's the only hard loss
You
he's
lost.
ever.
You lost
That's the
to the
only
number
loss he's
one.
ever fucking had, bro.
Yeah, you lost to the number one pound for pound guy in boxing of this era. What the
It
fuck do you have to run
didn't
around
even
and
get
say?
that rematch, bro. Didn't even get that rematch either, bro.
Yeah, because it's so many different factors. You You had Showtime going under. You feel what I'm saying? When Showtime went under, and Bud still had to deal with whatever the IBF was saying because they announced what they were going to do with the IBF belt when Jerome beat when he beat Villa.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
when he beat Villa, the IBF said, "Listen, you guys have X amount of days to make your fight. You feel what I'm saying? If not, we're gonna move forward, and whoever's the holder."
What I appreciate about you, what I appreciate about you is this. Is I think that Earl Spence took a clear loss. I think he took a clear loss.
Yeah, but don't mean you can't be a
However,
fan
yeah,
against
but
them. Yeah,
it's like you said, but it's like a but because he dominated literally fucking everybody before that.
yeah,
And every fighter can take a loss. It's about the get back, and he never got the get back. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. To get back, well, the get back is all on Errol. We got to see what's going on, what's really going on with him. Remember, like I said, there were circumstances. His promotional company loses their network deal. His opponent is now wrapped up in some shit with the IBF because he inherited it from Errol Spence. You feel what I'm saying? On top of that, Errol gets
hey, listen, bro.
he's
Listen,
going
bro.
into some issues
I picked Crawford.
with his trainer.
I picked Crawford to beat Spence. But what I don't like is what you're talking about. What I don't like is what you're talking about is the fact that even though Crawford cooked Spence, doesn't mean that Spence was all bad. Like it doesn't mean he's all bad. Like what the fuck? It was a fight. That's the way that fight went down, bro.
No, I don't understand what you mean. I'm not speaking bad of Crawford. I mean of Spence. I'm telling people the reason why
But
the
it's a
rematch didn't
shame. No,
happen.
no.
But I'm still a fan of Spence.
What I'm saying is it's a shame that Earl Spence got beat by Terrence Crawford and the boxing fans wrote Earl Spence off.
Yeah, that's the same thing I'm
That's
saying.
the
I'm like, that's
shame.
that
Okay,
bullshit.
you
I don't rock with
understand
fans
that?
that do
You
that.
understand that though, right? Like that's the shame is that like he fought the best of the best and he lost. And people forget the fact that Earl Spence ran through Danny Garcia, he ran through Ugas, he fucking ran through fucking everybody. You know what I mean? Like that's the shame, bro. That's the shame. Is like one fucking fight represents your whole career, and to me it doesn't. To me it doesn't.
Well, I'm always a person that says people need to keep the same energy. I would say the same energy. Uh, People should keep the same energy when it comes down to fighters like Jared Anderson, Devin Haney. They kept the same energy when it was Ryan Garcia and he took his loss to Tank and stuff like that. But just
You
moving
know,
forward, it's like, listen, if there are great fighters who's done a lot, Jamel Charlo basically rebuilt the 154-pound division and shit like that. And people is talking about who's the king of 54. There is no king as long as Mel Charlo is still there and is a champion in recess and shit like that.
I think, bro. I think you can go. I think you can take a step further, though. At this point, I think you can take a step further at this point. Like Jermel's not the king anymore.
Like who would be the king at 54 when the actual guy with the lineal belt is still there?
Yeah, like you kind of gotta give it to Jermel, right? You kind of
Yeah,
gotta give it to
yeah,
him.
he's still a lineal
But
champ.
there's a
Nobody.
difference. What I'm telling you is intellectually, like in the mind, there's difference between giving it to the guy and saying that he's still a dominant fighter. Like I fuck with Jamel too. When he beat Tony Harrison and then he went on to beat the other guy and then he
That's the.
lost to fucking Canelo, right? He lost to Canelo.
Hmm.
Yeah, everybody wrote him off when he lost to Canelo, but he's still the guy at 154.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it tripped me out because he was stripped of all his belts, and some of those belts were saying because of inactivity, but it's like he wasn't inactive that long for y'all to run the
Yeah, but
inactive bullshit. He just fought.
the
He
question
just
is, my friend, the question is, it's not how much you have faith in Jermel. The question is, do you think he can still maintain, like, all this time later? He can keep this shit up, man. You know what I mean? Can he keep it up?
well, we got to see if he could come back.
Yeah.
That's because both him and his
Because
brothers
I'll tell you
got some
this,
issues
I'll tell you
outside the
this.
ring and stuff
Crawford's
like that.
overlooking him. Crawford's overlooking him. He's looking at Canelo right now, bro. He's not even looking at Jermel.
Yeah, because
Jermel,
Mel went in
Jermel's
there,
a
put
good
on.
fighter. No, Jermel is a good fighter.
He's a good
Jermel
fighter,
is a
but
good
he went
fighter.
in there and he gave that piss poor performance against Canelo Alvarez,
That's right.
and
That's
you
right.
you go ahead and you pull the bullshit to get the Canelo fight. I get it
Yeah.
where you were standing up for your brother, but bro,
Yeah.
you already had a contract signed and you were in training camp to face Tim Tszyu. You feel what I'm
That's
saying?
what I'm saying. And I'm not, and
Either way,
what I'm
Bud was
telling
coming to
you,
see you. Yeah,
what
either
I'm
way,
telling
Bud
you
was
is
coming to see you.
I'm not knocking whether or not Jermel is a good fighter at 154 or the best fighter at 154. But the fact is that Tim Tszyu fight fell through. Ever
Nope.
since, from the moment Canelo beat Jermel Charlo, he's been a non-existent, and that's a reality, bro.
Yeah, because you lose to him. You already got stripped one belt. Then you know what I'm saying. The only belt that actually did him a favor and keep him as the champion in recess, I believe that was the I believe that's the
I like you,
WBA.
bro. I think you're a good boxing fan because you have faith in Jermel Charlo, to whereas I actually believe, and maybe I'm an asshole. Like maybe I'm an asshole. I think that Jermel has lost a little bit of something. That important something. That important something that keeps you in the game, that keeps you relevant, that makes you the baddest motherfucker at
Well,
154. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
I'll be
What
honest with you. I'll be honest with you. I like Jermel Charlo too. When he beat Tony Harrison, it broke my heart. I was pulling for Tony Harrison. When he beat Tony Harrison, I thought he was the fucking man. But you're talking almost like, dude, it just feels like a long time, right? Like it feels like a long
I
time
don't
ago,
believe.
bro.
I'm gonna say it like this. I do not believe Mel is coming back to fight at 54. Because if he
Right,
was, he would
exactly.
have
Like,
been
where's Mel at? Like,
fought.
where's Mel at, bro? Where's
So
Mel at, bro?
I think because I'm hearing his brother moving up to 168, I'm thinking he's probably going to settle in at a nice,
160.
really good weight at 160. My biggest issue for Mel at 160 is not Jennebeck, it's Hamza Shiraz.
And dude, I'm always gonna keep it real with you. I know we're new on the like I'm definitely new on the panel. I've been talking boxing for 20 years. I'm definitely gonna tell you. I would lose a little faith in both the fucking the Jermel brothers, bro. Yeah, I would lose faith in them. I don't think there's any future in Jermel, Charlo, either of them. Either of the twins, I wouldn't hang your hat on either of them right now, bro. Nope. I wouldn't.
I'm not hanging my hat on him. I'm saying if he does come back and he tries to go to 160, the brick wall for him at 160 of being great at 160 is Hamza Shiraz. I do not see Jamel Charlo beating Hamza Shiraz.
And that's
You
fair. That's
you feel what I'm saying? Because
yeah,
I think Hamza
that's
Shiraz
definitely
is the
that,
future at 160. I believe
that
he'll probably end his career maybe at 175 looking at his build because he's a tall, rangy guy and shit like that. And I can easily see him being at 175. Um, I could even see him being at 160. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, Um, the future people I have for 160, the people I think that's gonna take over the
What I'm telling
division.
you, man, what I'm telling you is this is I think in 2021 and 2022 and 2020 both Jermel brothers made noise. Both of them were a problem, and especially Jermel, not just Jermal, but especially Jermel. He went undisputed at 154. So like he did a good thing. He did a good thing. What I'm telling you is kind of sad news, bro. And maybe I'm an asshole. Like maybe I'm like one of those fans, right? I think their time is over. I don't think you will hear anything relevant or anything big about Jamal or Jamel. Maybe I'm wrong, my brother. Maybe I'm wrong, my brother, but I'm telling you the truth. I don't think you will hear anything big about either of those guys. I think they got it. I think they got the best of themselves. And I would love to see them do more. But I don't see Jamel beating fucking some of the guys at 154. You got fucking Tim Zoo there, right? You got who's that tall motherfucker, bro? That tall,
Fundora, he will.
yeah,
I
right,
think
right.
he'll
Yeah,
he'll
man. You
break
got
Fundora's.
Fundora, right? You got Fundora. You got the guy that beat Tim Zoo. You got Madrimov, right? Like you got problems at 154.
His biggest problem
And
at
I hate to say
54.
it, man, because it was good for the black fighters, bro. It was really good for the black
His
fighters,
his biggest
but
problem
I
at
think the
54.
Charlos are gone, bro. I think the Charlos are
Nah,
gone.
his biggest problem at 54 is going to be probably Boachuk, Madrimov, and Bakaram. And
Right.
all
No
three of
shit.
those are European fighters. You
None of
feel what
them
I'm
are
saying?
fun
Tim
fights.
Zoo,
None of them are easy fights. None of
Tim
them are
Zoo, I
fun
think he's
fights.
shell shocked. I think he's shell shocked. I don't know what's going on with
Well,
Tim
I'm
Zoo,
telling you, bro. That's what I'm telling you, homie. And it's
but
nothing but love. I remember their come up.
but
The
Mel Mel is
Charlos
different.
were bullying the 154 division. They were the big fucking shit talkers, bro. They were the bullies, bro. They were every time you saw a fucking video, man.
But
Fucking
when you look at it,
Jamal, yeah,
when you look at it, um, when everybody was at 54, I'm talking Keith Thurman, the Charlos, Demetrius
mm,
Andrade, um, uh, uh, just basically all of them was at 54. You feel what I'm saying?
yeah,
They
and
were
it was hot,
trying
and it was hot.
they were
That's I
trying
was
to
into
make
it too, man.
yeah they were trying to make these fights. They were trying to make the fights with the other contenders and shit like that, and dudes was just uh,
Yeah, it was
going
like a
different
little
ways.
fickle.
Demetrius Andrade turned down the fight and then started to chase Canelo. You feel what I'm saying?
What
And
if I
then
told you this? What if I told you that PBC? What if I told you this, man? And don't be mad at me, bro. Just like give me the benefit of the doubt. TBC got a little ahead of themselves. Like at that time where the Charlos were bullying shit, where they were running shit. Look, man, after that kind of like a hollowed out or the well ran dry, when the well kind of ran dry, motherfuckers started showing up. Tim Zoo showed up, Fundora showed up, these Russian motherfuckers showed up, right? And then Jermel loses to fucking Canelo. Like, I don't know, man. I don't think they're running nothing anymore. I don't think they're running fuck all anymore.
I'm just gonna
Nothing
keep it.
but problems in front of them now, bro.
I'm just gonna keep it a beam with you, bro. All I'm saying is like this: when it comes down to 54, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, 54, 54.
When it comes down to 54, my my faith in Jamel Charlo is pretty much still there because I don't see where there was a physical decline.
Right.
He went in there and he was knocked out. It's not like I'm
That's
seeing
true.
what I see with the Anthony
That is fair.
Joshua
Like where did he
or
like?
Deontay Wilder. So I don't see no traces of that. But what
Yeah,
what
yeah, yeah, yeah. You're
what I
right. You're
do
right about
what I
that.
do
Like as
want to
far as
say is what I do want to say is um, the stuff that goes on outside the ring is more dangerous to Mel Charlo than what'll happen inside the ring. When he's inside the ring, I think that's his true happy place. But he just has to get back there. You feel what I'm saying?
hey, listen, my brother, bro, I would actually agree with you, man. I think when it comes to the ring, that Jermel. Here's the thing about Jermel Charlo. I thought that Tony Harrison was a better boxer than Jermel. You know where Jermel beat him was persistency and aggression and desire, bro. So
I
you're not wrong. You're really not wrong. Like if you're looking at 154 right fucking now, 2024, 2025, Jermel could still be a problem at 154.
yeah.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. Like, hey, bro, listen, I know boxing. Did we see Jermel like look old? Did Jermel's jab like fall away? Like where do we critique Jermel Charlo? There's not a lot. There's not a
Yeah.
lot to go off of. You're right about
If
that.
people if
You know where we critique him, homie? This is
if
where
his
we
layoff,
critique him.
it's this weird
It's his
ass layoff.
layoff. It's this layoff. It's the
It makes
bullshit.
no
It's
sense. This
PVC. It's the
layoff
bullshit,
makes
bro.
no sense. So if
So you're
anybody,
with me on that. That's where
yeah,
I'm critiquing him. That's where I'm
and
critiquing him.
this is where your argument does have a foundation in the fact that
Yeah,
saying
it's the
this.
layoff. It's
Listen,
the long shit.
it's the layoff, and other fighters are doing things. Uh, uh, Bakaram just came off of hell of a knockout win.
Other guys have
You,
made
you
some
you feel
noise,
what I'm
bro.
saying?
Like,
Over
right, like
Tim
other
Zoo.
guys have made some noise, bro. Other
Madrimov
guys
had an excellent fight against Terrence Crawford, and now he's gonna beat the
back.
shit out of Virgil Ortiz. You feel what
Hey,
I'm saying?
oh, you're a real boxing fan. You're a real one, bro, at the end of the day, bro.
Exactly, bro. And listen, the biggest problem, the biggest problem a lot of these guys don't realize that they have just yet. And I'm a huge Bakaram fan. I'm a huge Madrimov fan. I was telling people Madrimov is not gonna
Hey,
be
my
just
bro,
because you
just
don't know
because I know
Madrimov
the sport, because I know
don't
the
mean you
sport,
don't, yeah. But
because I know the sport, when you go on these long layoffs and you're paid, it's hard to get back into the fucking World War II trenches. It's hard to get
yeah,
back into those trenches, man.
you need a
And
couple of
that's
fights
all.
to get
I'm
back
not
in
I'm
it.
not knocking
Yeah,
Charlo as
no,
a fighter,
he needs a
but
couple of more joints. But the biggest problem is
yeah,
this dude named the this what's his name again? Shit, can't believe
you're
I'm just
good,
brain
bro. I
farting
got you. Yeah, you're good.
on this kid's name again. Um,
There's Madrimov. There's
no,
these other guys, bro.
I'm gonna tell you his name right now, and I can't believe I just Charles Conwell. Wow,
Yeah, but
can't,
yeah, but it's
do
cool.
you
The
know who
reason
Charles
I like what
Conwell
you're
is?
the
Do you know
reason I
who?
like what you're saying is this is all I want to say. The Charlos made a footprint, like both Charlos did. One made a footprint at 154, the other brother made a footprint at 160. They made such a good footprint that us boxing fans talked about it for a long time. My issue with Jermel is that at 154, that there's been such a time that has gone by that I'm not sure, dude, he's gonna catch up, bro. I don't think he's gonna catch up, bro. I think Jermel might be done, bro. I hope he catches up. But there's motherfuckers beating Tim Zoo, beating the literal piss out of Tim Zoo. Like Tim Zoo's a great fighter, bro. He's a good fighter, and then he gets cooked at 154. You know what I mean? Like is Jermel on that tip? Is Jermel with the shit, or is he like, oh, I was good, but I'm kind of like laying in the cut, like. Hey, but we lost my friend, man. We lost the dude, bro. Hey, listen, it's been good boxing talk, bro. I like that he fucks with the Charlos though, man, because he's right about one thing, man. Listen, Jermel's never really showed any boxing fans this level of decline. Yeah. Has Jermel showed us this level of decline where we really disappointed him? Not really. It's more about the layoff, right? It's more about not fighting Bud Crawford. It's more about like this long, long layoff. So, yo, credit to the guy that was on the panel, man, because he thinks that the Charlo's really pretty good, man. I do too. I do too. Unfortunately, they're not really doing shit. So it's really hard to think that they're gonna fuck around and fight Madrimov, fight Tim Zoo, fight, you know what I mean? Like fight Crawford. Like I hate to say it, man, but those days might be kind of over, man. There's a new era, bro. But shout out to the panel, man. Thank you for letting me on. I was just talking some boxing. Crush has a great channel. If you don't know about Crush Boxing, man, fucking please subscribe. He's got a great channel. He gave me the privilege of hopping on here and talking some boxing, and I really respect it. And yeah, man, thank all of you. I'm gonna get out of here, man.
Hey, good. Hey, salute to everybody that came up panel. Salute to the chat. Hey, dope way to start the New Year's. Bring it in with a dope cook with some dope boxing minds. And with that being said, hey man, happy New Year to everybody out there. And I see y'all in a few hours for coffee and donuts for grown-ups, man. Y'all are safe when and I see you on the other side. Rebel anytime, bro. Just come on over. You see me live, man. You can hop on. With
Crush,
that
hey,
being said,
Crush, I apologize, dude. I can be a bit much, man. I'm sorry, man.
no, you good. You good. No, you good, bro. No
Okay,
apologies needed,
okay.
man.
All right, man. Thank you, man.
All right. Hey, peace out, everybody. Make sure y'all check me out at 6:30 a.m. for coffee and donuts for grown-ups. And I see y'all later. Peace.